What's going on? Welcome back to We Are Not Wizards. I'm so just so glad to be back to this. I think that we're gonna have a really cool night tonight. If it sucks, like I said, you guys can call me. We'll figure it out. We'll scrap it up. We've got a lot to kind of like go back to and cover. I'm gonna take this just when we need it. But yeah, I've got a lot to like really remind y'all where we're at, everything that's going on. So let's not waste any time. Let's get back to it. Last time we left off, we had gone, a couple of our characters had gone on an adventure. In fact, actually, all of our characters had gone on a little tiny adventure, but one of them, as we've seen, has had some sleeping issues, even though they're elvish and they're not, well, they're half elf, so they could sleep somewhat. They trance. But the character, oh no, you're full elvish, aren't you? Full elvish.
Yeah.
Good. See, I remember had to write this down. I was like, a full elf person doesn't sleep. You were in a trance that could not be taken out of if you were out of your 4 hours. Because you're within your 4 hours. Obviously, you can't be surprised, but everything was happening fine and normal. Anyways, so before that, however, we were at a really, really awesome place called the Gilded Petal. Why is it awesome? Because our guys got to have fun with lots of pretty girls, have a good time. Delaney was here having the most fun, apparently. She was out here just being wild. I'll say that. Anytime you put her in a place where she can talk to pretty people, she is all in. But you guys come to the brothel, and this Gilded Petal brothel has some really awesome things that happen, but also some very peculiar, strange things happen. One, we met Noctar for the very first time, which is the patron of Delaney's character, which right now their name is in a bit of a limbo, but originally Virkin, V, and then Vera. Right now I think she's still going by V. Then right after that, we had a whole other little adventure that happened with the trusty old kobold with no teeth, Jimmy. Jimmy had a whole lot of things to say and gave our adventurers these really awesome items that they could take on their adventure. Just some things to boost natural stats, so on and so forth. Now, Eddie, happen to remember the names of all of those things? Because I could pull it up, but I just wanted to make sure, because I have it here in our messages too. I wanted to name everything, but I have forgotten them.
I got the Armor of Starlight Resolve.
Yes, and then we've got the Verdant Fang for our elf boy, and then we have a Circle of Bound Flame for our warlock. Feel no need to go try look those up. Those were custom that we made together to support all of that. So, Eddie, you've already kind of got familiar with the Armor of Starlight Resolve. We've had a conversation about it. But, Greg, you have an item that says Verdant Fang, and if you look at the description of it, I'd love for you to read that description.
I read it already. It just says crush when ready.
Exactly. Crush it when ready. All you need to know.
All clear if it keeps persisting over 4 hours.
That's all you need to know, man. Crush it and see what happens. That is where we find our adventures.
The big assumption that Kaylin can crush anything.
Yeah, true. We don't know. Watch, you're just going to be rolling strike checks in athletics. Like, fuck. But we're back at the Gilded Petal. Beforehand, you guys were in each of your individual rooms. Beforehand, you were asleep, and then, not some of our characters. One of our characters was asleep. So I'm going to have it where you start in your bedrooms. It is a new day. Completely, sun is shining. All of you are waking up to a letter to your addressed to you. The letter is very similar. I will say this. Obviously, you don't know that the other person's got a letter. But Eddie, Sylvaris comes in, and Sylvaris has a tube with an insignia of a golden tree right on it. Before you kind of open that, Greg, we've got Kaylin has a very simple. It looks like it's just a letter with some attached to a manila envelope. So you have like this manila envelope and like almost like with tack tape is pressed into it, and you have a letter on the front of it.
Sure. Yeah, open it.
Yeah. So as you open it, give me a. What are the languages that you can read, that you speak at least?
That's a great question. I speak Common, Sylvan, and Elvish.
Got it. So this letter is written in Sylvan, so I wanted to make sure that you could read it. It is written by none other than the head of the log house. That would be your uncle. I'm going to show him briefly. Tobias Stallard. Now, Tobias has a little letter, and in the letter, and he goes, "Dear my darling nephew, I wanted to have a conversation because you've been in our guild for some time now. I usually have these one-to-one conversations throughout the first year of someone being an adventurer within our organization because, as you know, I'm a mediator rather than a guild leader. So I want you to come have a conversation with me. Love to hear where you're at. And of course, I would like to have this conversation with your guildmates." And the manila envelope has a bunch of pictures in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the photos.
So the photos have a scattering of a lot of him kind of showing his new figurines that he painted, a lot of his, adventure books that he's writing for his own personal D&D campaign, a lot of nerd stuff. But then you also see a picture of your parents. So few of these pictures are them on their escapades, which you may or may not know, depending on how deep your memory wipe. But I would say that you would know this. Your parents are adventurers, kind of like you, but unlike being adventurers that are freelance, they go for a very specific thing. They are funded by the Sylvan government to essentially just explore architecture, ruins, things of our history. They are historians.
Yeah,
These
they're Indiana
historians,
Jones, both of them.
they're very much Indiana Jones. Your father is right now, he's writing his thesis on a completely new subject, basically flooded around the great old ones, trying to get more information on them because that's really where his thesis statement is coming. And your mother is along for the ride.
Yeah.
And they are very much a tag team duo. All of their papers are co-led and co-written. They're not some, you know a little bit about that. And then a lot of those pictures, you do see one picture, however, and it's them in the log house, which is kind of the guild house that you're going to go to. And it seems like it's a recent picture.
Oh, okay.
Now, Eddie, you had a scroll, a little kind of circular, a circular parchment that hold more of a scroll type of look.
Okay.
As you, I'm just gonna go ahead and assume you open it. And as you open it, there are two pieces of paper. One is a letter, and one looks like sheet music for an instrument. But you're not a bard, so you don't know like the instrument.
Right. I'll attempt to read it.
The letter is actually from the High Council, written obviously by the Speaker of Vornis, which is Gregory, Speaker of the Elders. If you guys probably remember him, but if you don't, he's essentially a furbolg that has two very opposing personalities. This chaotic old man that is in the crowds being essentially being a menace, but also having his ear to the ground and listening to others. Then you have the Speaker of the Elders, which doesn't even go by his first name, the Speaker of the Elder. He's much more regal and refined, and this letter seems to be spoken in that voice, the speaker of the Elder's voice, and it goes, "Dear Sylvaris, I hope you are well. And I know after your time with us, you may not be as keen on this letter. However, we essentially he goes on to say that the songs are singing a new song. And we have obviously we cannot decipher it because we're not a traveler like you are. We've written down the song, and we do believe we know what the basic context may be about, but we don't know what it is saying in full detail. Here is the sheet music. Please, at your earliest convenience, listen to this song, have somebody play it for you or play it yourself, and get back to us. But I do believe that this may be foretelling a new traveler. And if so, that's going to come with a lot of responsibility. And I want to please write back. It kind of ends with a please write back. Have a conversation with him if you don't like what you hear from the song. But that's essentially it. Both of you have these letters.
We're still in our rooms, correct?
Yeah, you're in your respective rooms. You two are in your rooms, and then you have V in her room.
What time is it? Like late in the day, or?
No, it's morning, like first of the day. By the way, I will also say you guys are having a full rest, so therefore you've woken up. I just wanted you to be aware of that.
Don't know if I needed it, but probably did, so I'll take it.
Might as well take a look.
But yeah, I mean, after looking at the letter and the photos, I'll probably tuck those away. So let me add those to my inventory real quick.
Oh. Yeah, this is. I don't see y'all's character for some reason in my Roll20. I know you guys have it. Ah, okay. It's because of space. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So what did you roll? Just a long rest for both of you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We just let you know that we did it.
All right.
But after
So-
tucking those away in my bag, I'll probably head out to the kind of main room of the inn we're staying at until the rest of my party is up for the day.
Yeah, so you go into the main room and they're serving breakfast, and there's, this is a full service brothel. People stay there for days, so they have a full kitchen. There are people who are obviously still drunk and sitting there from the night prior, and then there are people waking up after having a glorious day of whatever they were doing. Eddie,
Get some
are you
breakfast.
getting up as well?
Yeah, I'll get up and walk out also.
Okay. I wanted to give you guys a chance for both of your characters to kind of speak a little bit, to kind of plan your day, communicate with each other, and then move forward. And then, like, as things go on, I'll give more, like, weird stuff that happens.
Sure. Hey, Sylvaris, I got a table already over here.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll come over and sit down.
You want some breakfast? I was just about to get something.
Yeah, that'd probably be pretty good. How'd you sleep last night?
Good.
Or-
It was well, as much as I do. I felt like I was out for a while, but I don't know, it was weird. But I had a nice letter this morning. Uncle T wrote me. He sent me some kind words and some photos of my parents I haven't seen in a little bit. Some stuff he's working on.
Okay.
Seems like they're back at the log house, which is odd because I haven't seen them there in a while.
Are you wanting to travel? Well, I'd ask if you want to travel back, but I don't even know if we can get out of the city, to be honest.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no, that's a fair point. I would like to come back and see him at some point, though.
As
I
you
can't
say
remember the last time
that,
I've seen him.
as you say that, you do notice that on your letter, when you were reading it, the sigil glowed a kind of golden, which you could put two and two together, that every time you see kind of like a golden tree, it has something to do with your guild. There's some kind of magic, obviously, through the tree that happens.
Can I do like an Arcana check to kind of figure out what maybe that sigil is?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I think I know what it is. I just don't want to. 24.
24. It's pretty simple in your own understanding. I think that it would be harder for like somebody who didn't understand magic, but you not only do that, but you read Sylvan and you've got a really good feel of what the magic here. And a lot of the magic is a guiding force. So essentially this will guide you to the closest archway for you to walk into your home. Or log horizon. I wouldn't call it your home at this point, but I said log horizon, the log house.
Yeah.
Referencing anime all of a sudden. But yeah, that would lead you to the closest one. If there is a place inside of the city, you'd be able to go there pretty easily. You guys order your breakfast, and as like the natural conversation goes, you're eating, you notice that your friend doesn't show up for breakfast.
Oh. Shoot. What's Delaney's character's name again? Let me go on my
V.
notes. V, that's right.
Yeah.
V's usually up by now, aren't they?
Usually they're up about the same time as maybe they just had a long night with another.
Well, they've been kind of off. Sorry, point of question, Dan. We know about her patron and all that, right?
You know about her sudden change, her body changing into this golden hue. You also know about the soul kind of splitting.
Okay. But she's not stealing any gems in this campaign, right? There's no gems.
No, there's no gems in this campaign that they're stealing. Her gem is locked in. It's tight. It's ready to go. But Eddie might know a little bit more because Savaris's character was essentially with her in this little game, this game show that unfortunately Kaylin slept through the entire time. During this game show, kind of was like, hey, I'm going by V. I know that this is a big change. She kind of gave like a little rundown, like, hey, my soul was essentially comprised of 3 entities, and now my true soul is alive and well, and it changed my physical form. That's basically all you guys know. You may not know things like Noctar is the patron. You may not know specifically that Noctar is the patron, but that's something that you're for your character you have to say. But you for sure you don't know who the person was that was the third in their split. That's the only thing you would know for sure.
Gotcha. Yeah, I figured V would be up by now. I mean, I feel like since I got off my trance, I haven't seen much of them, but they're a little different.
Yeah, she acting. I mean, definitely still similar though, and may have she had a thing about the ladies and stuff. Maybe they with another lady or a group of ladies for all we know.
Maybe we go knock after we finish breakfast, check up on them.
All right.
Yeah, you guys go up and you check, knock right on the door that they're sleeping at after you've eaten. Who goes up to the door? Unless you guys want to do something before we do that.
You can go ahead.
I was just eat breakfast. I was gonna tell Savaris about the letter having probably like some sort of arcane gate getting back to the log house.
Definitely make it easier to get out of here.
Yeah. I was also thinking too, for getting out of here, do you think if we turn invisible, we could just sneak out of here?
I mean, I don't know. You think a place like this would have kind of like wards against us or something? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. That is some level of magic. But
you can obviously tour, if you'd like, you can tour the entrances to check their security out.
Okay. Yeah, maybe a action item for another day.
Yeah, might be something to do. But you go to knock on the door. Who knocks?
I will. I'll use my wibbly wand to rap at the door.
You take your trusty wand thing that's been close to you, closer than any other item you have, and you go knocking on the door. You hear this sound. It is indiscriminate, and it's hard to really tell what it's feeling, but you just hear and just this like feeling of. Give me an insight check. This will be just Kalen though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Insight.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna just look around to see if anybody else is looking at us.
Yeah. Okay. No. Mostly you're seeing the patrons. 4. Someone's waking up. Just
Someone's
woke up.
Yeah. Okay. Savaris, I think they're good. I think they're just waking up. I think we should just give them a little bit longer.
All right, that's fine.
As you do notice, as you're kind of walking around, you do notice a figure that's not like a patron. Is more than just a patron, someone that you know. And let me pull that up. Kalen, you recognize this person. Sylvaris, you recognize this person as well. Sareth Lostwind. This is Kalen's essentially old school rival, buddy, whatever it may be. That's up for Kalen to decide. But definitely definitely doesn't have a lot of nice feelings towards it. He goes, looks towards you, keeps walking, and you guys are about to cross paths.
Like he's just like walking past these door to go downstairs. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, it seemed. If you look past you, there's a bunch of other rooms. His room might be that way. He might be going, maybe wrapping around to see someone. You don't know where he's headed. He's got his stare straight away. He looks at you briefly, like almost acknowledges you, and then looks away. Doesn't. There's no like tip of the hat or a hello or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Just kind of walking straight, right as you guys are about to pass each other.
I want to make it look like I'm not carrying these there, but not like look away. Just he's not worth my time. That could be if you want to be, but you know what I mean?
No, I think that's perfect because he doesn't look at you either. Both of you guys are like, have this straight stare past each other. You guys aren't worth each other's time. Sarah, he says his thing. You guys say there, it's going to end in a fight. It's not worth it.
But I do want to try to ascertain which one was his room, if I can.
Yeah, sure. You take a look. And you notice him slide into a booth, a little coffee table with 2 people. Obviously, you recognize Sareth Lostwind. Give me a history check.
Nat 20 for 26.
Jesus. It is a member of the Arcanum, your former school. It seems to be an officer of that, maybe someone who works for the council. He's wearing a very nice robe over a suit. So he has got like this nice pinstripe suit with a little seal. This seal is essentially a twisting vortex, just like a very simple, and you know that to be the seal of the Arcanum, which is supposed to represent the door into the Arcanum school.
Gotcha.
He's talking to an officer of the Arcanum. Give me a perception check real quick.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You notice he looks at you, looks you up and down, looks back at Sareth, and this guy knows you. He recognizes you. You can tell it just instinctually that this man knows something about you.
Okay.
Yeah, you may not, but you don't recognize him. You know nothing about him. But he knows there's a little bit of a whisper, stuff like that.
Gotcha. Shit.
Yeah, he might be talking shit. Not sure quite yet. I also do want to remind you, Caitlin's character recently, and you may, if you need reminding, let me know. But I'm just gonna say, dropped a special little item in Sarah's pocket.
I remember, and I have my plan for retrieving it.
Got it. I just wanted you to be aware of that for if you want to use that today. If you don't, that's up to you. But
it's been it's been overnight since I dropped it off, correct?
Yeah, it's been overnight. There's no like ability to sense it or anything like that. It could still be on his person. You don't know where it is right now though.
Gotcha. I'm gonna have At some point, I'll just tell you what I'm doing. I still have 2 favors from Toothy. I'm gonna have him
Yep.
retrieve it for me.
Jimmy, Toothy, that was his nickname.
Yeah.
Name Jimmy the Toothless. Yeah, just right there. So you'll have
This
more.
Eldridge
Definitely
being that has indiscriminate power.
more. Ooh, Eddie, would Sylvaris have told Kalen why this Eldritch creature has all this power? Because you know,
I mean,
Sylvaris knows.
I don't think it hasn't really been brought up.
It hasn't been.
I would have.
All right. I was just curious if Kalen knew why he has all of these things going on, why he's got like a little wish granting thing on his shoulder. Where do you guys go now? You have so many different options. You could go and check out the security to kind of get out. You could. I'll also reference that if you're wanting to kind of get out in a more legal way, there are options to do so. I would do some checks to have that. And if you're looking to more so explore the Gilded Petal more, you could do that. You have your letters. You've got some options of where you want to go. And you also have your friend who's just beyond the door. So you can choose to like kick in that door, try to get them, or whatever you want to do.
Well, V's just waking up. Could I try to cast message at my friend V who's waking up and tell them to hurry up and we're...
Let me tell me the details on message. What is its distance? Like how far?
Actually, I don't know if I'll work behind the door. You point towards a creature within range and whisper a message. That target and only the target hears the message.
Yeah, you have to point at
You can cast this spell through solid objects if you're familiar with the target and know it's beyond the barrier.
Oh, there you go.
So I would cast it because I believe V is over there.
Yeah, you cast it. Message doesn't... Do you know if somebody received your message? Does it say anything about that?
No.
Okay, then give me an Arcana check. I'll do it a 50-50 split. Evens, we will say if it's delivered. Odds will say it. Not sure.
Sure. 12, so even.
So it is not delivered.
Oh, okay.
Because if I'm not mistaken, which could be a couple things. Maybe they're not in that room. Maybe they are downstairs at breakfast. A couple things, but you did hear somebody yawning and getting up, kind of just waking up for the day.
In a more serious note, Savaris, I don't think V's in there. I just tried to message them and it didn't go through, and it always does. And someone's making noise in there.
You want to just kick the door open and see who's in there? Maybe they did something with them?
Yeah, I'll help you too if you want me to help kick it.
All right, let's do it.
I'm gonna turn around and do my best, like donkey kick. Try
Yeah,
to burst this door open.
You give me an athletics roll.
Oh heck yeah!
For
-1 modifier.
Let's do. Are you guys kicking it together, or are you giving Kaylin the help action? Yeah, both of y'all do athletics if you're both kicking it.
3.
3. Eddie.
20. Not 20 for 23.
Oh, you guys both put your foot straight into the door. Sylvaris, it hits off the hinges the moment you touch it, but there's a slight hesitation. Kaylin had lifted his leg up slightly before yours, so as it touches the door, it hurts his foot immensely, and then your foot makes contact at the same time. Boom! You guys, nobody would be the wiser that Kaylin's foot is in so much pain.
I'm gonna run in with my sword drawn and my shield out, just kind of looking to see who's in there.
You run in there with your sword and shield, and there is this beautiful woman just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and then grabs the sheets of the bed and covers herself up. And she's like, what are you doing? Why would you kick in that door?
I'm gonna limp in.
Well, this is where our friend was staying. Do you know where they went?
Oh my god, my friend, woman, Gold.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I came in here to see her last night. She was a customer, and I felt really bad because I think that she was going through something, and then I left, and then I came back to apologize, and she wasn't here, so I figured I would just kind of derobe, and that way, what she got here, I could give her my apology. And so I've just been here all night, and she's just completely covered up. Again, why would you kick in the door though?
Well, because we thought we heard somebody in here, and we want to make sure she wasn't in trouble because she wasn't answering.
Why wouldn't you just try to open it?
You know, the theatrics. You know, if somebody was in here holding her against her will, we would.
You wanted a show of it? She's not here. I'm sorry. I've been here all night.
Wait. So you've been here all night, or you left at one point? Which is it?
No. I left yesterday. Felt bad.
Okay.
And then I came here middle of the night. Not middle of the night. Probably like around 9 or 10. And she wasn't here. The door was unlocked. I let myself in, and I waited for her. And I figured I could give, like, no.
So you just laid.
My apologies.
You just laid in a room naked with the door unlocked?
Have you seen the way your friend looks? Yes.
So
I come in. So V hasn't been here all night?
No, V hasn't been here all night. It's like covering. She's like, "Are you supposed to be seeing this? How old are you?"
He's old enough.
I'm old enough.
Okay, fair enough.
This was wrong still.
But you guys, yeah, she's just like, if you guys would totally leave, or I don't know, go across somewhere, I'll get dressed and we can have more of a conversation.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's.
Okay,
here,
thank you.
As me and Caitlin are walking out, I'm just going to lean over to Caitlin. Caitlin, isn't she like a lady that works here? Why is she wearing? I mean, I'm sure lots of people have seen her without her clothes on.
Yeah, I don't know. It does seem odd.
Are you guys whispering?
Yeah. Like that's why I said I leaned over to Caitlin.
Okay, good. I was like,
I mean, I'm up here, he's down here. I got to lean.
Yeah.
That's funny.
She kind of scampers off to the bathroom that's attached to the room. It's like a hotel room, and you see that she's grabbed some clothes. She comes out. She comes out in this very like this little bralette, essentially, that kind of pulls over into like essentially like a tube top kind of look. And she has this nice skirt. No, she's tiefling.
Huh?
Wrong character.
But no, she is. You can see she has point straight up. She's purple skin. Probably what is an Asmodeus tiefling.
Gotcha.
Is this one of the ones that would have been on the cards that we used? That we had?
Oh, are you talking about the cards? Yeah. So you could go through your cards and see if you see a picture of her.
Oh, I don't have them anymore.
She would have been on the cards.
Okay, V's the one that had the cards, but we played with them. I didn't know if I'd seen them before.
Yeah, no. If you saw,
He froze. Okay, you didn't freeze. Am I? Okay, there he is. He's back now.
No. Sorry, the Wi-Fi. Everybody. It was everybody, not just one or another.
Oh, I could see Greg moving, and I was moving.
Okay, give me. Might have been me. Give me a history check on the car.
Did I freeze on yours, Greg?
No, you're moving.
Okay.
So it was me. It was probably me. Don't worry. But give me that history check real quick.
Am I? Oh, that's me.
I'll give him guidance.
Guidance.
I have that.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, it's probably not going to help much.
Ooh.
5 total.
5? No. There's so many cards. You guys played with the cards. It's not like you were memorizing faces. There's no way that you remember her face on the cards. Okay. So, could she have been on the cards? Yes. But could she not be on the cards? 100%.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But she, her clothes don't, she looks like a lady of the night. She kind of looks like she would work here. I don't want to say in so much words because I feel like it's going to go into a place of like, but essentially she has the kind of similar garb that everybody else does here.
Gotcha.
Okay. As she kind of gets out, she's like, "Look, I really sorry. I didn't mean to like kind of come into the room. We have keys to all the rooms anyway, so I figured it wouldn't be a big deal."
No, it's fine. Is there any of her stuff left in there? Are we good to go back in the room and just search, make sure she didn't leave anything? Or? See if she's coming back, so we know.
Ooh. Do you have your key?
Yeah, I got my key to my room.
Okay, cool. Just if I could see your key real quick.
Okay, I'll show her my key.
She grabs the key and she just.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa. I can't have your key?
Well, I need my key.
Well, I just want to hold on to it for 2 seconds.
Kaylin, what do you think? Think she's trying to steal my key?
Yeah, I'm still like, she seems trustworthy.
All right.
You give the key. She holds it. She goes. You see her whisper under her breath a little spell, essentially, and she's just like, "Okay, what was your question now?"
I need to go into her room and see if she's left stuff to see if she's maybe coming back or if she's taking all her stuff and just gone.
Well, these kind of record everything that you're doing, so I just wanted to give a brief see if you guys were interacting or if y'all were friends. It seems like you guys checked in with each other, so I have no reason to say no.
Okay. So,
did she say anything about coming back, or I know it sounds like you were waiting for her all night, so maybe not.
No, yeah, I didn't see her. Again, I came here around 9 or 10. Eddie, you would know that around 9 or 10 is when you met up with Jimmy or Toothless, depending on like who he's talking to, and he just like essentially that's right around the same time that you were in that other dimension playing that game show.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go look in her room and see if her stuff's in there.
Yeah. So you go in. It seems like not really. Now you guys do travel light. She has a bag. Her bag is not there though.
Okay. Well, she could have kept it on her last night and just not came back. So
yeah. I mean, I don't know if you had your bag on you, because you know that holds a lot of your items and stuff like that. You might just to be safe, because you do hold your weapon in here too. I would also say that there's not. Give me an investigation check. Let's see what an investigation check would lead.
Give guidance again to that.
15 total.
Yeah, on a 15. Here's what you would know just kind of thinking about it. You remember waking up to this morning, and you also remember the time that you kind of laid your head down. Kaylin, you have no idea, but this isn't your investigation check anyway, so you're probably not even thinking about it unless you get that initiative.
He's still over there.
Yeah, he's still. Yeah, she's clothed now. I will say this. So, Varus, you know that you guys you got back to your room around 1 or 2, so it wasn't like it was a huge time you were over in that portal, especially not so because it was a game show, but you were there maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, and then you came around 1 a.m. back to your room, and you didn't come back to your room. You were teleported, so like the door was closed.
Okay.
But you are here in your room. That's you're here in V's room. V's room doesn't. You don't know. You could ask, but you do know that V has not been seen since you guys separated and you were teleported to your bedrooms.
Well, Kaylin, I mean, we could go just kind of explore the town a little bit, see if we can figure out where this portal thing is that you're talking about to get out of the town, and maybe we'll just run into V while we're, searching around.
It's a small town. We can't get out of here, so it's not like she's going to go anywhere.
Maybe they got some decent shops or something. We can find something nice to buy.
Yeah. You turn around and you see on the door there is a little note.
Okay.
The note says from V. Give me an insight check with it.
Sure.
Both of us? I don't even know.
Anyone.
Both of you, we'll say. 21. You.
Yeah, 13.
Have you ever read anything that V might have written? And obviously this
Probably
is a weird
not.
question, but you don't think so? So, Varus, do you feel like you have, or you feel like your character would have? Any reason?
I don't think so. Unless
no, I don't think so either. The letter really has V right at the top. It literally looks like, I hate to say it like this, but if you know the movie V for Vendetta, it looks like a huge, like, quick right at the top, and then a small letter. And he's like, hey, don't worry. Came back to the room briefly, saw the girl in my bed, and got a little nervous, went for a walk, and decided to take care of a few things. I'll be back when I'm back.
There's one thing I know about my friend V. I can't imagine them being nervous over a lady of the night.
I know, that's what I was
This feels like a phony.
phony.
Okay, so you planned it right with a 21 insight and being able to say, yeah, the letter seems strange. It could
I might not have read her letters before, but I know V's personality.
Right.
And to be honest, the language, the way it's written, it looks a little bit it looks very, very feminine. Knowing V has kind of this, even though she has changed and kind of converted into her true soul.
Yeah.
She lived as a man for quite some time, so she might have a little bit, you could almost tell the penmanship is probably a more male writing.
Okay.
I'm not like completely off. Like I feel like I could tell like the sex and a little bit about somebody based off their writing. Agreed?
Sometimes.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, I think so. All right. But yeah, there it is. And again, you have your little your young lady that's still in the room with you, but she goes, "Oh, that's so weird. I don't remember her coming in last night, and I had stayed up pretty late."
Insight check.
Yeah, give me an insight check on
her. 15.
She seems to be honest.
I didn't even get a chance to give you guidance because I haven't.
Yeah, hey, a 50 insight check. She seems honest. You can do that now if you want.
Not
give it a little bit better, and maybe 15 wasn't enough.
Yeah, I'll give you guidance.
Yeah, give him a little guidance.
Okay, I'll take it. 3, so my new total would be 18.
Yeah, so you think she's telling the truth?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and you guidance. Yeah,
Sorry, I just wanted to waste one of your guidances right there.
one of my infinite guidances.
Yeah.
So Varus, do you think it's
waste
worth
his time more so?
If there's any kind of magical residue or anything kind of left behind on this note, and I can detect magic?
Yeah, you can try. Yeah. I will also cast. No, I won't, because I use a channel divinity. No, I won't.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast detect magic, and I'm sensing magic within a 30-foot, within 30 feet of me.
This letter is horribly, stupidly, blessed with some kind of magic. Give me an arcana. So, how much do you know when you sense it? Do you just sense the general, like, what is it necessary to say about what you would sense?
Yeah, I'll read it for you. For the duration, you sense the presence of magical effects within 30 feet of yourself. If you sense such effects, you can take the magic action to see a faint aura around the visible creature or object in the area that bears the magic. And if an effect was created by a spell, you learn the spell's School of Magic.
Yeah, okay. So the School of Magic on the letter, let me see. I believe it's just, it's called Magical Script. I just don't know what kind of, I think it might be illusory, but let's see.
Is it demonic tiefling handwriting?
No, it doesn't seem to be a tiefling. It doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like it's an infernal language. I don't see, but I believe it's illusory script. It looks like it's been written, but I will say this: knowing it doesn't mean you can uncast to see what maybe the letter originally said or what type it is. But I will say you do sense the type of where this kind of came from, and it seems to be some type of old god. Maybe not the old gods of like, it seems to be some kind of old god, not in the sense of maybe like, you know, the title old god, like the eldritch beings, but it seems to be some kind of celestial.
Gotcha. I'll relay all that to Silvaris, what I've deemed from this note.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say, hmm, the tiefling's still there with us, right?
Yeah, Tiefling's right there.
Is she glowing with magic? Since she's within 30 feet of me. Out of curiosity.
Yes, but it's very, very different. It seems a lot of the magic seems to be to accentuate her figure, kind of a lot of enchantment type magic.
Oh, gotcha.
Well,
Respect that.
Yeah, a lot of it elvish.
All right, we need to take this. I was going to take this note somewhere else and look at it a little more closely.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not my note.
Okay.
I mean, if it's in here for the time being, anything in here is owned by V, technically. So you guys checked in together. I see no reason that you couldn't have it. But if you could just, if you find V, I'd love to apologize. That's okay. Not like this kind of apology. I feel like it'd be weird now. But just to have a conversation, I want to apologize to them.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna go just check out the town, maybe check out some shops and stuff.
Yeah, of course. Let me know. Here's my card. You guys.
I'll really eagerly take it.
And it's a player's card. Exactly, kind of. And it looks like it is the Ace of Spades.
Player's card.
Yeah, it looks like it's an Ace of Spades, and it has her picture on the front side, and her name, which is Elodie.
It doesn't have stats.
No, it doesn't have stats. It just has a picture. It's not like a baseball card.
I'm putting it on there. I'm gonna average.
It just has her name and picture. Stats.
How do I spell the name?
Elodie.
Because if you know anything, Chad, I'm saving this item and I'm going to pull it out 20 sessions from now.
Give me a history check.
Sure. 25.
God dang.
I love history checks.
You know somebody else by the name of Elodie. Elodie is also the name of the proprietor of this establishment.
Oh. Out of curiosity, how would I know that?
You've met her once. She introduced herself when you first checked.
I'm just super into brothels. That makes sense.
You just happen to remember that was the first name of the woman who was the proprietor and who introduced herself. When you
the only one I remember is the dwarf that seemed like she smoked a lot.
That is the assistant. Elodie is. You guys briefly met her. Only like she just kind of came in. She goes, "Welcome, have a good day, leave." But you also see her picture is everywhere. She owns this place. When there's events, Elodie it's not. You may not have seen her name on the pictures, but she's everywhere. This is her.
To ask a dumb question, this is not the same person, correct? Clearly, from all the pictures I've seen.
At least what you look like. No, she doesn't look like it's the same person, but it has the same first name.
Yeah, so I'll maybe a little overly eagerly take the card.
Yeah, take the card. This tiefling girl named Elodie gives it to you. She's just like, yeah, just if you could, I would love, real quick, V, is that her full name?
I think it's what
is that, or is it just like a nickname, or she only let me know by V?
It's a nickname for now. She's kind of going through some things. They're kind of going through some things.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what would be her full name? Do you happen to know her, at least her first?
Can I insight check this too? She seems like overly eager to get some.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not digging this. 15 total.
Incredibly eager. Incredibly so.
Gotcha.
I don't think that she's hiding it either.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't seem like it.
You know, we kind of fooled around. It would be a good thing if I knew the names of the people I fool around with. I know that this kind of job, but you know, I just wanted to know her name.
Because, I like to know all the names of people I fool around with too. So
yeah, and you know, with my job, I fool around with so many people, and try to keep connections and try to remember people. It's just part of the job.
All
On
right.
a 15 insight, that is, it seems somewhat deceptive, but I think that you're going to need a higher to really like know
Gotcha.
if it's like it could be deceptive and it could not be.
I'm gonna cast message to Sylvaris and say, to really mess with this tiefling, I could disguise myself as V with disguise self and come back and see what they do. It'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, hilarious. It would be hilarious, I'm sure.
I'm very excited. Sylvaris thinks so.
Kaylin skips out of the room, going, "Yoo!" Gonna, I know what I'm doing.
I'll be back, guys.
Hey, V's also a changeling now, so you can.
That's true.
She does have changeling abilities. I don't know if Kaylin knew that, but
I don't think I did.
yeah, I don't think Kaylin knew that, but
okay.
Eddie did. Sylvaris' character knew she had some changeling abilities, but yeah, she. What do you want to do? You have all these things, all these places to go. I'm gonna let it be open. You can choose any one of those.
You want to do that now or later?
Still within message. Probably maybe later, so it's not as suspicious. I feel like I could probably just be disguised in the lobby and see if she just comes over to us.
Since we both have the message spell, should we just talk like this all the time so nobody knows that we're talking back and forth?
I think that'd be a lot cooler. And we're just like this to each other as she's looking at us.
Because you do have to look at each other and basically point to message. So some people are gonna just be seeing two guys like this, like for hours.
That doesn't really feel off-brand for my guy.
No, I don't feel off-brand at all.
Just see us.
Yeah.
They're like, what is going on with these guys?
All right, but yeah, V is just kind of a name I think she's going with now. I think calling her V would be perfectly appropriate.
Yeah, I mean that's what she went by when she was a they, and I think that would be appropriate. We'd have to kind of ask Delaney on that one because the way she she kind of was like, oh, I'm a man at this point, and then when she transitioned, I don't know if she's going to like they, as in the sense of like her own gender, or if she's going to just be she because her true soul was originally a woman. That's up to her.
Right. Yeah, we didn't really talk about
We don't know. We didn't like bring it down to that level, but
maybe Tiefling lady. That's a problem for another day. We'll figure that out when you figure that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Do you want me to keep her key, or their key?
Yeah, just close the door and lock. No, don't lock in case they come back. Just close the door.
No, okay, yeah, great.
Is the door okay?
Do you have their key?
Oh no.
No,
I thought maybe some reason you had it. To be honest.
Oh no, I don't have their key. I have my key, and that's how I got and it was unlocked when I got here, but that's how I usually get in, and then I used your key to kind of see that you were. So yeah, but I don't have their key.
Cast message to Sylvaris. We kicked open the unlocked door, I think.
Yeah, but it was definitely cool. You looked cool in it for sure.
As you limped out.
Yeah, that's I'm limping away. All right, Elodie, I'm sure we'll see you around here.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you. I
Ken's gonna read way too much into that.
Yeah, she walks out. She closes the door behind her. You guys are standing in the room.
Oh, okay. While we're standing there, I'm going to say, hey, Elle, can you come out for a second?
Yeah, Elle, kind of a ball of magical light has come out. She goes, Sylvaris, oh, hello. You haven't called me out in a second. What can I do for you?
Because I remember I introduced, I know
they know about Elle.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember if Greg was here for when I did that or not.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
It
okay,
feels familiar because I remember thinking, "Oh, it's like Uncle T's thing."
yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
like
I'm
she's
gonna,
been
I'm gonna,
introduced as Elle. I would even say that there is some suspicion among yourself and Kaylin, and that she might even be some kind of epitaph of Luna, or maybe even just a leftover spark of her. You're not sure, but you do know that it has something to do with your quote
I'm
unquote
gonna,
May goddess.
right. I'm gonna grab this note. Or I don't. I guess Kaylin's got it. And be like, Kate, we have this note left, and there's some kind of strange magic attached to it. I was wondering is there any way you can understand what this magic is, or if you can read
Yeah.
beyond it or past it?
Um, huh. Yeah. Give me a. You know what? No roll needed. I feel like this is pretty too spot on not to like. She goes, yeah, it's definitely celestial, but really old. Um, as you may not know, there's kind of two. The creators of this world and creators of everything, the old gods, kind of have a much more different type of energy. They have like great old ones have their own very specific energy. I can't remember the name of it, but I think it's like some kind of eldritch. They have a very special thing. This
Okay.
is celestial. It seems to be has some of that celestial energy that I would sense in a great old one.
Oh,
But it's not. But it's close. It's close to what we are. So I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that a great old one was in here. No, but I would say that like it seems to have. I'm sensing some of that energy here and some celestial energy. Like it. I don't know. Maybe a new creation, or I wouldn't know. Just I am sensing both energies here.
the being that V works with
Yeah, patron Noctar.
patron. Do you know what kind of god they are, or what kind of?
Yeah,
being
they are a great old one.
Oh, okay.
They are a essentially think of them like a prime god of creation. They are eldritch creation beings.
Gotcha.
They originally created the earth. I don't give me a history check when it comes to knowing more information about Noctar specifically, though.
You're both of us.
You say history check and you say guidance.
I will say, Kaylin, you're gonna have advantage on this one. I'll tell you why in a second.
You said guidance. I'll give you guidance too.
Okay. Guidance am I? Yeah, I'll give you guidance too, obviously.
I feel like your guidance is just two guys giving high fives to each other. Guidance.
26, Chad.
25.
Ooh. All right, both of you guys are gonna know a lot, but I might give Kaylin a little more. I don't know. I think you guys are like you made really good rolls. I think you
I
guys are
feel
right
like
on
we
it.
should.
Yeah, y'all know your shit. Y'all know your shit. So yeah, Noctar is a great old one, a god of shadows, of lies, of the changelings. The great old ones essentially came to this little spark that seemed to have all the ingredients for life, created a planet, and Noctar is one of the high eldritch beings that was a part of that. They worked alongside their brothers and sisters to create the world. They, alongside a few other of their siblings, stayed on this planet to rule over it, but have since passed on. Noctar, all the old ones, Grimesh, there's a bunch of different old ones, and I could reference them all, but they maybe not off the top of my head, I'd have to read it. But they all are essentially known to be dead. And you do know that there is some factual evidence with this where they have found like remnants and body parts of old gods that it's clear as day. Not 100%, but historical would say that they're dead. Kaylin, reason why I gave you advantage is that your father does some research on the great old ones.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Noctar is a old god that that for all intents and purposes everyone thought was dead, but it turns out that was a bit of a ruse. He had set up the deaths of his brothers and sisters and kind of put in places. But I'm not going to reveal any more of that because that's going to be more for on Delaney's character. I don't want to go too much into things that would reveal stuff about her. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Without, especially without her here, because she might be like, "Oh no, that specifically I want to hide or not." I don't know, but that you do know for sure.
Okay.
So,
so Varsh, do you think maybe her patron, since they're not always working in their best favor, had something to do with her disappearance?
well, that's what I was wondering, but Elle said it's similar to that magic, but different.
Yeah, 100%. If this was something from Noctar, I would know it immediately. It would just scream Eldritch energy. This seems to be something different.
Okay.
You know what it actually kind of seems like? This might be really, but it seems like really old gods. Like even like Lexor, god of law. He was one of the first, quote unquote, gods, and even I would say even more, even him. He's I would even say like elemental gods are closer to this.
Okay.
I would see a little bit of the old one energy off them, but this is similar. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, we don't really have any leads. I mean, you were trance unconscious. I'm not sure what you were for a lot of it, but we kind of met some of the gods. Elle, were you there with me for that?
I'm with you for everything. What you see, I see.
Okay.
What do you mean you met gods?
Well, we played like a game, and that's how we got. No, kind of like a. They'd ask us to do something, and we had to try to like. They asked me to pick somebody that was really bad and convince them why they aren't really bad.
Okay.
And so I had to convince them why the poacher maybe not actually be as bad as he is.
Gotcha.
And I did, so he may not be judged as harshly when he's judged.
And you won a prize for it.
And I won a prize. This nice fancy armor.
Oh, yeah, that is really nice, by the way. Didn't mean to say that.
I will say that I think, Eddie, we talked about this, that you actually won Kaylin's prize, but you switched.
No, I won Delaney's prize.
Oh, you won Delaney's prize, so you guys switched, yeah. So.
But she couldn't wear it. It didn't make sense for her to have the armor because she couldn't wear it.
Exactly. And then you switched, got the armor, and then Kaylin was essentially halfway asleep and had a stand-in win the prize for you.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
I won't make you who that was, but he did a great job. Yeah.
Which, speaking of, what's this, by the way, Solaris?
Oh, that's one of the prizes. I'm not really sure.
How big is it, Jed?
It's pretty big. It's not like this, but it looks like a slightly larger, like lion's tooth. So think of it about maybe about this long, and this wide around, a little bit larger than. So it looks like almost like I'm trying to think of like a comparable animal that would have that, but it's more like it looks like the size of a tusk than it is a tooth, but it's very obviously a fang of some sort, like a.
You didn't get that out of Delaney, out of V's room, did you?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
It does look like something that would have been left here, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't sure with the lady that was in there. I was just checking.
Yeah,
there's a little
shake
thing going on.
What's it do?
You shake it. It feels like a tooth, with a little tag on it that says "Crush when ready."
Oh,
I think it says something else. But crush when you're ready.
It's got instructions, I guess.
Yeah, ready for what though? Did they say anything more about it? The gods that made you do stuff for them?
No.
Eddie, it came from the mouth of a lion. It looked like a god pet. It was not Lexor, but Justina, the god of justice.
Okay, one of the gods had a pet lion type creature, and it was its tooth.
Maybe I'll get a pet.
It looked
lion.
like
a lion powers.
maybe.
That'd be cool.
Well, yeah,
Lion
maybe
powers.
be like a Power Ranger.
Sorry, he gets a sword. He goes thunder, thunder, thundercats. Oh! Lion power. Sorry, that just
Well, maybe next time we're in a
changes his
fight,
name
I'm
to
gonna
Lion
crush
up.
this thing and see what happens.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if once you crush it, it's done forever, or if it whatever comes.
Yeah, I don't want to just use it and have it be wasted. So
Right.
maybe
It's true.
Give me an Arcana check.
I can do that. 25.
Powerful magic. Obviously celestial. Very
geez.
potent, powerful item. You know, if you crush this, something insane is going to happen. You can crush it whenever you want, but it is overwhelming power. Is it 25? You know what? I'll even go so far as to say that you kind of get slight glimpses of the energy around it. You're sensing the land in all its forms: desert, forest areas, high in the trees, low in the trees. Essentially, all of Zentharia, the continent of Zentharia. You kind of get a beaming energy off of like the world
Well, Virus,
around.
I'm getting kind of a feeling of the land off of this, and I feel like maybe I could grow trees whenever we need them to call for duress. Maybe
That would be amazing. I mean,
that would be an amazing power.
right.
The fact that you
makes it
guys
cool.
like Druess so much is literally
it cool.
this weed smoking.
But
Um,
well, since we don't really know much
well,
of
I don't think I should crush this then in the brothel because I feel like something's gonna happen. But maybe
Right.
outside somewhere.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's go take a walk. We'll see if maybe we. I don't think we're just going to run into V, especially
Yeah.
if it's not the way it is. But it doesn't hurt to just go check the town out, anyways, and see if maybe we can find something cool to go to.
Yeah, sure. You guys check.
For message, of course.
Yeah, all on message.
This is all on message. How many messages? A cantrip, right?
It's a cantrip,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why I said we should just.
All
do
right.
it
I
first.
just wanted to make sure that that there wasn't like some cheeky shit that I could be like, excuse you.
Nope, only one
I
spell
show
slot
this?
used.
Yeah. So
For detect magic.
I can cast. I just figured I can cast detect magic for free once a day.
Oh, can you?
Furball magic.
Ooh, that's cool.
yeah, you go out in the city, and it seems to be it is a large city with lots of things going on. You see the high council castle in the top area. This would also be where the king would live, the Thalor king. Shops are open. People are starting their day. It is again morning, but it is the only reason you know it's morning because you look up and you see the headlamps of this underground cavern are turned up as high as they can be to appear as day.
Okay.
But it seems like they're trying to keep a consistent time schedule.
Well, we can. Is there any?
Well, we don't
is there
really have
anything-
any leads on where B went. We want to kind of figure out kind of how we can get out of here later, or check out.
Now, the
Something
symbol
like-
that you had for that could it lead us to a portal, or do we have to know where it's at and then it'll light up and show that it's there?
I think I'm gonna pull it back out. I think we can just use this to get back out there. If
Yeah,
we,
the answer
lean
is
really
that
hard.
it'll essentially light a path of gold.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to check out any of the shops first and see if there's anything here that we want?
I don't have a lot of gold on me. I'm not very liquid at the moment.
I mean, I can, if we find something that you really like, I can help you out. I've been carrying a lot of our gold that we have on me.
Yeah, Sylvanas is very liquid right now.
There.
Gotcha. I mean, I can always call my Uncle T for some spending cash, but
Well, I got like 2,100 gold.
oh, okay. All right.
I
Yeah,
think, if
let's
I'm not
go.
mistaken, aren't you holding everybody's gold?
Just
or is
about.
it just your gold specifically? Yeah.
Let's go
Well,
cruise.
well, like when we got all the gold from selling all the stuff, we bought some stuff, and I had gold left over from that. because Kaylin was just like, keep it. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
And then
What
nobody else was with us, so.
yeah. What type of items are you kind of looking for in these stalls? So there is stuff. There's no like you could go. There are if you're wanting something more. Just tell me what you're kind of looking for.
Let me see what I have.
Before
Are
maybe
you
we
looking
get
for
started looking for
specific
something,
store?
Sylvaris, do you
Or are
mind
you
if I
looking for-
call on Toothy to do me a favor real quick?
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Into the ether, I'm gonna request Toothy does me my second favor.
Yeah.
And that he
You
retrieves
call,
the cradle stone.
Yeah. So the stone, you kind of feel a little bit of a twitch in your hand. As you call it, the stone appears in your hand. And in the back of your ear, you hear this little wispy sound. It goes, "That's two, motherfucker." And then Eddie, Sylvaris, you look over, and there's this toothless, and go, "Oh, hey, Sylvaris, it's me. It's Jimmy. How you doing?"
I'm doing all right. Hey, did you see V after we finished the game last night?
Oh, shit. That's a favor you're going to have to ask, and you're not very polite about that. You could have said hello and been, like, excited to see me. You don't look excited to see me, so, look, your best friend. Yeah. And then he disappears.
I wanted to give him a high five as he was going. I high five into the mist.
He goes, "You missed, motherfucker." And then he appears right behind your head just for a moment.
That Toothy.
I love that only Greg knows him by Toothy now because he told everybody else his name. And only Kaylin's like, yeah, that's Toothy.
That's Toothy. But I have the cradle stone in my hand.
Yeah, you have it right there.
Okay. Well, I had planted it on my dick of a rival,
Yeah.
and because he had it on him overnight, it would and I wiped it before I gave it to him. It would have all his memories on it.
Well, okay. If I'm not now, read it exactly for me, because if I'm not mistaken, it is a time. It is because it's time. Depending on how often or how long it's with, you can retain dreams and or memories. Correct? Or is it you get all of his memories?
Touching it may grant visions of the past or glimpse of a possible future from like whoever had it.
Yeah.
What it says.
Okay. So it may grant. So it's definitely it's a time dilation. The longer that it's with him, the more that you get. So
Okay.
it was with it for a night, maybe 2 nights. Correct? Here's what I want you to do.
Yeah, just right.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's how we're gonna do it. I can get one memory for you. This memory will be recent. Or I can give you a dream. This dream can be in the past. It's something that they've recently dreamed about. And what I'll do is I will give you one memory and one dream, or I will give you 2 dreams. That's how I'm going to do it. Make your choice, and I'll kind of narrate that.
If I say one memory, can I kind of pick one if I know it's really recent?
Yeah, if you're looking for a specific memory, sure.
Can I know what he was talking about with that official from the academy?
No, because you didn't. That almost is too recent because it didn't have enough time to capture it. They're still talking right now. You might get a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be a full. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll say that you can get that, but is it going to have some holes? Yes, that's going to be like half. They're still in a conversation.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. That's fine.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let me do this.
Rub the stone. Now look at it.
Okay. We don't want it that high.
And I explain to Sylvaris what I'm doing so he doesn't think I'm a weirdo.
Of course.
The dream that you kind of are seeing now. Dreams are not, especially when you're looking at it in this kind of world. If you're looking back at other people's dreams, it gives details. and everything that they see is going to be references to things that are in their life. So you might see somebody who looks like your father playing a character role. It may not necessarily be them, but it's essentially the idea that you can't create new memories, new faces while you're in a dream. So some of the stuff might be a little bit wonky. Some of it might be a little bit. You're not going to get a direct hearing of like knowing of what exactly is going on, but you might be able to infer based on the situation. You see your rival, Sareth Lostwind, sitting there, talking to a shadow, a young man. This is very. You're seeing this person's wearing clothing similar to you, but doesn't show the face at all. Doesn't show the face. It's very like wobbly, messed up, and Sareth goes very simple. It goes, look, I just really think that it would be preferable if we just stick to the assignment. And then you see the lips move, but no name comes out. As the dream kind of goes out, you start to notice your own look. Before it was like you looking onto it. Now it seems like you're almost taking the place of this figure that has your clothes but not your face. And you say, and your mouth moves, and you say, Sareth, trust me. We want to stand out. If we just stick to the assignment and don't go above and beyond, we're not going to be able to stand out here. And that's what we really want. We want to be bigger and better than what anybody else has. And he goes, no, I get that. And I want to be the best. I don't know. This thing seems really, really scary. And you say, not maybe you or this vision of you, say, don't worry. I think that we are going to be just fine. As he says that, there seems to be something in your hand. It's heavy. This metallic feeling of, and as well as it's got like chrysalis, some like a kind of stone, maybe obsidian, maybe something else, but it's a dark stone on it, and it looks like a music box.
Okay. Anything stand out with the music box?
Dark, black structure, and you notice. How would he be looking down? The way I'm kind of describing it is that you have your hands grasping the center of it. Are you just kind of like, is it at your chest? Is it at your stomach? Like, what angle are you kind of looking at? It is in your hands. It's right in front of you. Because the reason why I say that is that you're seeing a dream, and it would have to be like a manifestation at you. So however you would hold it, at that point is the angle that you would see it at. That's the only reason I say that.
I think you lift it up to him if he's trying to like look it over for the first time.
Yeah. So you hold it up. Immediately in the center, you see a figure of a decrepit ballerina. It looks like they're super, super gaunt looking, and they have this really, really. It doesn't even look like clothes. It just looks like the body is stretched out to look like a tutu with ballerina slippers as well on the bottom.
Okay.
But it's like this decrepit looking thing, and all at once, that memory ends. Dream ends. Now, memory-wise, you want a recent memory. What kind of memory are you looking for, or I can give you a memory?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, something that would kind of give me some sort of idea of why he's in this town, I guess. So
Yeah.
maybe someone telling him to come there, or him making the decision to come here.
Okay, so you're looking for something specific in the sense of like why he's there. I don't want to skip on your request because I think it's a good one, but I want to give you the option of knowing, having like a chance of it being like that's where the memory is going to be, or do you want to listen to the conversation that was recent that he's having?
That's a good point.
That's up to
Probably
you.
the conversation. I feel like that might be more.
Yeah, sure. So let me.
Or I could roll for it and you pick one randomly. Either way.
That's up to you. I really don't want to like.
Yeah, I kind of want to know what he's talking about. So yeah,
Yeah, sure. You know what you're
yeah.
talking. It is a recent memory. It starts literally from, in his perspective, looking at you, Kalen. He sees your face clear as day. You can't hear his thoughts or anything like that. It's not. It's literally the words only, as he sits
Okay.
down at a table with that representative. He goes. He literally bows his head and he goes, "Arcanum representative. It is. I'm glad that they were able to say, 'May I have your name?'" And he goes, "No names. We need to keep this as discreet as possible. And I want to make sure that you are equipped for your mission." He goes, "Yes, I first off appreciate the opportunity to do something like this for the Arcanum. I understand that I was not the first choice, but I understand that I was the best choice for the option, and I appreciate that. My investigation has started with, obviously, the man behind me. You see the representative look to your, almost over your shoulder in the same direction that Kalen is standing. He goes, "Yes. We are aware that he has a direct influence on this situation. Have you been tailing him?" "Yes, I believe that if anybody was going to steal it, it would be him. So I am putting in as much security detail as I possibly can on him. Obviously, I don't want to be too suspicious because we want to keep this discreet. So I am also outreaching it, but we do know it is in Thalor. Whoever did steal it was tracked very close to Thalor. There's nowhere else it could go unless they're hiding out in the wilds, and that doesn't make sense because the wilds would have turned them crazy. Regardless, if they are in the wilds and they've gone nut crazy, then we've already lost the object." He starts to like talk, and he goes, "Yes." As the memory starts to dissipate, and you are back exactly where you were before.
Okay.
So that is kind of the reference that it gives you. Thoughts? What is Kalen kind of thinking?
I think he's definitely more suspicious of what he's up to right now.
Yeah.
That there's something, not just that he's a dick and just being a dick, but he is.
Yeah.
He has some sort of mission while he's here.
Yeah, he's definitely here for some reason. Why he's here?
Feels slightly nefarious.
Yeah, it could be. And I mean, I will also say this: what is your feelings? What is Silvaris's feelings on the Arcanum in general? Like, do you like still trust the Arcanum? Do you think the Arcanum? I mean, what is your thoughts at this point?
Are you asking me or Silvaris? I thought you just said him.
I'm asking I'm asking Kalen of Arcanum.
Oh, okay. I mean, I would think I wouldn't trust them. Well, I think that I have some distrust towards them, but more towards the rival who kind of fabricated reasoning for me to be kicked out of school, rather than the entity that kicked me out.
Yeah, of course. I wanted to give you one last reference so you kind of saw what was going on. But I'll show that a little bit later. Yeah, see, you definitely have some animosity towards him, maybe not towards the Arcanum, which is whatever it is. You do know that the Arcanum, just to kind of give you a brief history on the Arcanum, it is a school, but it also acts as a focal point to kind of like the Adventuring Guild, where you guys travel. The Arcanum is given similar to be able to travel in between the cities because so many students come. They are, while it is very limited, I will say this, for whatever reason, you might have to roll a history check, is very limited on the amount of magicians and wizards that come from outside that actually get to go to the Arcanum. But there are people that do come here. So they get the privilege of traveling within the cities.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of all you gave from those memories.
Okay. I kind of relay a lot of what I saw over to Silvaris, and from the stone as I'm putting it away in my bag.
I wanted to show you briefly the. This is kind of what the box looks like, the music box.
Let me.
Here, I can even make it a little bit bigger for you.
Oh, cool.
This
Oh,
is
yeah, that's
a
creepy.
black out. Yeah, very creepy, very not good to.
I love
But
that.
yeah, this creature of some sort, definitely. Creature is kind of maybe not the right word, but this little thing inside of the ballerina. This little creature ballerina is creepy. Definitely the box itself. And I will say what's kind of interesting about the box is it doesn't fully close. Kind of, you can always see, no matter what, the black ballerina crouched down because it almost moves on its own. Like it's magic.
Yeah.
It moves.
I love that. I'll probably focus maybe on the little ballerina part when I'm talking to Sylvaris about it and kind of get his take on what some of this might have meant.
Are you kind of just telling him about it, or?
Yeah, I'll kind of
Okay.
like, I just looked at the Cradle Stone, Sylvaris. This is what I kind of deemed from my rival.
Okay.
It seemed kind of odd. It seemed like he has some purpose here.
Right. Maybe not even something very good. Yeah, that box sounds a little strange. You think he has it with him, or do you think that was just something he's seen, or?
I don't know, or some sort of thing he's dealt with recently. I don't have any reason to believe it's on him at the moment.
Okay.
But I feel like we have a lot of leads here without next steps between Vegan and all this now.
Right.
It seems like we should probably keep an eye out for him. It sounds like he's tailing us too, or tailing possibly part of our party.
Do you think anybody's with him tailing us that you may not recognize? Do you think he could be using magic to disguise himself so we don't recognize him?
Yeah, for all his faults, he is powerful. I mean, it'd probably be pretty easy for him to, especially if we're not looking out for him to tail us without us noticing.
Give me a history check with disadvantage.
I'll give you guidance.
Oh, heck yeah. So that.
You're looking for 10 or above.
Oh, I'm good then, without the guidance.
Okay. He's a divination wizard.
Oh, yeah, okay.
might
I know
have
he's
telling
really
something.
focused in divination. I mean, he can do most schools of magic, but
Right.
yeah, he's a little more proficient in divination. He's probably not hiding, or he can't hide or disguise himself as well as I can, unless he has some sort of item or object on him, which again, I wouldn't put it past him.
True.
I just think we should keep an eye out as we're wandering around town.
Okay, sounds good. Now, is there anything that you think we could use on our adventures, or anything that could help us with things we're looking to do? Because even though we're here doing stuff like this, we're still adventurers. And
Yeah, I mean, it's worth
wanna make some
looking.
money?
I mean, I have means of healing us a little bit, not a lot.
I mean,
a bit.
yes, I also do, but
Yeah. And I have this cool robe to swish around.
oh yeah, it's hard to beat that.
Yeah. And then I don't want to replace this and I'll like hold up my wibbly wand. So I mean, I don't know. We can look for something cool.
I mean, I didn't know, because is there any
I'm always
magic
interested in
shops
seeing
that
if
would
there's
have
any
like around?
spells.
Doesn't say
Magic
yet.
shops?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
sure.
that would maybe have like either spell scrolls with spells in them already, or books with spells written in them.
Yes. So you're gonna see both. Are you looking more for a more formal kind of setting, or are you looking for because there's many stalls. Like there's several stalls that are selling scrolls of some sort. Maybe they're more historical scrolls. Maybe they are magical scrolls. There's also several magical item shops that are just around selling little trinkets, some of which may actually have magic. Some of them might just be they're trying to sell you some stupid shit. Then there is also a you could go to the library. The library has loads and loads of scrolls and books. You would have to purchase the scrolls specifically, but you can also just look through the historical texts for free.
Okay. I mean, because I know I'm not a wizard and I don't do magic the same as you, but I know you have to use a spell book, correct? You have to write down spells to learn them.
I do. I'm in journal.
And I know if you see a new spell and you can write it down. Do you have ink and paper?
I do. I have a little bit. I probably could use more, honestly. Might be worth grabbing. While we're on that same note, I still have this spell, Luna's Embrace. So I'm noting for myself, out of game, I'm noting for you, Chad. Next time I take a long rest, I'm going to look at the spell and work with it. Because you had told me if I have a long rest and work with it and stuff, I can learn it without the spell book. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I remember. I don't necessarily remember what the spell is, so we'll have to go in. But and then I can create a custom spell for you.
Yeah. I just remember when I got it. I remember that I have it here in my inventory. I know that if I was to cast it without learning it, I need some night lilies.
Yes, if you learn it, because I can look it up. Does it say anything in there about what the spell is? Because I had a bunch of little stuff. Okay, then I know what it is. I think I know. All right, cool. Let me go through and.
You can make it whatever you want too. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, no, I definitely made it a Luna's Embrace to essentially be a spell that was a ritual spell. So it is something that I know, but I can just do the reference. If you want to learn it, we'll do that on your next long rest.
I vaguely remember it being Moonbeam with 5 times the damage output.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Moonbeam with 5 times the damage. Man, please don't do that. I get confused easily. I'll believe it.
So yeah, we're gonna look for a shop, just one of these small stalls that maybe has ink and stuff for him to write with, and then see what scrolls they have, what spells they have.
Yeah, so now I will say this is going to sound a little bit more expensive because obviously we don't do silver over here, but you guys got plenty of gold. For each vial of ink, it's going to be 1 gold. It is a lot, but that's a lot in the sense of other D&D campaigns. We just do gold.
How much
is it?
How
and just for
one vial, right?
Understanding currencies, is it 1 vial of ink I can make a spell with? Is that how we would equate it?
Okay.
Because I have 1 vial of ink on me. That's all I have.
Yeah, we're gonna do it as 1 vial ink equals 1 spell.
All right.
Okay.
So we'll buy 10 more vials for now.
Okay. I'll make that 11 then. And then Savaris, I probably could use some nicer paper to transcribe this on too. My journal's getting kind of full.
All right.
I probably need to shuffle some paper in there.
All right.
If we're doing 10 more ink, maybe 10 more pages.
All right. How much would that cost to get some better paper for me to use?
Now, are you looking for a new spell book, or are you looking
for? Just my understanding with adding spells is I need nice paper to be able to write the spells onto to put in my spell book.
So I'll do the price of that. So I would say that the paper is going to be a little bit more expensive.
Okay.
That's how they get you. The ink's cheap, but the paper.
Yeah, ink's cheap. But so here's what I'll say is that paper and parchment are 2 different things in D&D. Parchment is going to be cheaper stuff. You need printing paper essentially. So what I would say is I'll say it's 4 gold pieces.
So 40 for 10 pages?
Yeah.
Okay.
We asked the shop.
Oh no, so it's 4 gold piece per sheet.
That's what I said. So 10 sheets would be 40 gold.
Yes, 40, yeah. All right, I was trying to read this and get it right here because I have a converter right here built into ChatGPT that
I'll say
it's just gold.
I'm also going to ask the shopkeep what spell scrolls he has available.
Yeah, so he goes, of course. Let me take you're talking to a dwarf with a big burly beard, and he has a miner's cap on, one of those miner's helmets, but he seems to be working in this stall. And he's just like, take a look. And he brings out a little box with scrolls kind of neatly placed in. There are 5 scrolls. There seems to be that the case holds more, but some people got. So you've got Scroll of Featherfall, Scroll of Misty Step, Scroll of Counterspell, Scroll of Guardian of Faith, and Scroll of Wall of Force. It goes in level from 1 to 5, so therefore their worth is even more. So the Scroll of Featherfall is the first level, Misty Step is the second level, Counterspell is third, and so on and so forth. I mean, you could also look up, these are spells that are in D&D, but they all increase in. So you're going to have the Scroll of Featherfall is going to be 200. Then you're going to go into an uncommon, which is going to be 500. The Scroll of Counterspell is going to be 1,000 gold. The Guardian of Faith is going to be, it is a rare quality, so I'm going to say I'll go on the low end, and I'll say, because usually what I would say is like 5,000, but what I'll say is that we'll do that as 3,500, and then the Scroll of Wall of Force is a 5, because it's rare as well.
Okay. Do you know any of these spells, Kaylin?
Yeah, I know Featherfall and I know Misty Step.
Okay.
The rest I don't know, but those are a bit steep.
And you're not high enough level to cast most of them. I don't think you can cast spells that high level, right?
Counterspell.
No, and I can't cast anything right now above second level without some additional strain. I think I can if I try really hard.
Yeah, we could put it. Essentially, what we're doing is if you, the system I kind of have in my head is that if you decide that you want to put a higher level spell in your book, you will have to roll Arcanas, and therefore you can do a third level spell at level 2. Who knows if it'll work?
Well, here's my.
And it's going to have some negative effects on you as well, regardless of like how well you roll on your Arcana.
The only one I could afford, it would be the counterspell. What if we just got it? You just held on to it.
I know a lot of other mages learn fairly early on. I might be able to figure that one out.
Okay. So just hold up. So just the ink in the paper for now, then.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm gonna
say this: the Scroll of Guardian of Faith, if I'm not mistaken, is a cleric spell.
Yeah, that's one I know I can't pick up. That's.
We've kind of done it. We've kind of done it so far, technically based on lore. That you.
No! I just meant that's not what I would normally pick up. So that would be cool, but that's 3,500.
Right.
Yeah, it is 3,500.
I'll turn to the shopkeep. If we buy a few more sheets of paper, can you just throw the scroll in?
Fucking no. Like why would we throw the scroll in? The paper is like what? 3 gold a piece? 4 gold a piece?
Well, if we buy, I mean, okay. I'm gonna tuck it.
How much paper do you think that you can buy that would make me want to throw in a higher quality item?
20.
20? So 20 times 4? Do you think? The answer is no.
How about? Do you do any kind of like if we buy out so much ink and so much paper, we get a discount of any sort?
What do I look like? This is a stall. If you're looking for cheaper scrolls, you're more than happy to look into other places. But I will say this:
not on the scrolls, just on the ink and paper itself. Like if we is there like a bundle deal for all of it?
And you sell it by the ream, like a case discount?
Give me a persuasion roll, I guess.
All right.
Guidance.
All right. Persuasion. Okay.
Heck yeah.
23.
23. He goes, look, I really appreciate the haggle, but this is the first, and if I knew you more, or if you were like, you came often to my stall to shop, I would give you a discount. I really would. But this is the first time I'm seeing you, and I don't think it is probably smart to give a discount to somebody I don't really know. Come back though. You're more than welcome to come back and buy paper from me.
Well, I'm saying, like, what if we bought 20 pages of paper and 20 vials of ink? Could we get like 5 more on top of that for free?
I I'm not gonna haggle. I just don't know you well enough, and I'm not trying to be rude. I appreciate the game. It's the stalls. I get it, but yeah, I just think I want to kind of get it at its worth because I know that other people are gonna come and just pay it the way that it's gonna be, and I don't know you well enough to like really create a deal for you specifically. So if I create a deal for you, I'm gonna have to create a deal for another person, and then another person, and then I'm gonna alienate customer base. And right now, I don't know you well enough to take that risk.
Okay. Hey, Kalen.
Yeah.
Hey, can you write this in your book that we're not coming back here?
Yeah, I got my journal. I have like people I like, people I don't like, all my additional random notes.
We'll take our 10 and we're just going to leave.
Oh, okay, no problem. That's not a big deal. Somebody walks up and goes, "Hey, can I get some paper and ink?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure," and then just signs it up and he gets a full price.
I mean, that's fine.
Fast message to Savaris. What a dick.
Yeah, I'm sure we can find some. We'll find
He's
somebody
like the
else.
most reasonable shopkeep ever.
I'm sure we can find somebody else that's willing to
Wheel and deal.
Yeah.
I mean, because normally, the more he can sell at once, because he ain't paying that much for it. So.
To be fair, yeah, maybe that's what you're thinking. Tavares is a penny pincher. What we're learning, he is a cheapo.
And I'm trying to help Kalen out. If I could have got him 25 sheets of paper and 25 inks for the price of 20.
Okay, I'm gonna message back to Savaris.
Kind of
We'll come
guy
back
that
and then we'll embrace him later.
Maybe we'll just come back if we ever want to really come back, we'll just have to come back in disguise stuff so he don't realize who we are.
Yeah. I'll come back as
Savaris.
next time.
Savaris is the kind of guy that goes to a flea market, or not even a flea market, like a garage sale, and goes, let's haggle over this $3 price of this I don't know, tennis racket or something.
So I'm pretty set now with this. I should be good for any spells we learn.
All
So
right.
do you want to go to the library, see if there's any spells worth getting there, or is there any other stores you wanted to see for yourself?
Let's go to the library first. I don't know if there's anything I'm in particularly needing. I do have this old armor piece that I'm not going to wear anymore, so I might as well just try to sell it.
Sure. Let's
Yeah,
sell
I will
that
say
before we get
this.
to the library, since we're in the stalls.
Since we'll do this, if there's anything that you want to sell, let me know. We'll do this. We'll do that either before or after a game, so that way you can just get rid of items. You can get gold before, and we don't have to do that in game.
Okay.
And we can also, if you guys want to do that, we can also do that beforehand, and then we'll talk about like the items list at the top of the game that you have now.
Okay.
How much money would I get for directions to the Grove of the Wild Hunt? That doesn't sound very important.
You weren't supposed to have that book in the first place, and you stole it. If I'm not mistaken.
That sounds right.
Yeah, that book. How do I quantify that?
Shit, what's this?
Priceless because it is a book that is literally a secret for the Living Grove. So it would be a priceless book. You'd have to like really find somebody who would want this information. It's not something that you can sell at a bookstore. They might take it and be like, "Oh, okay, cool," but they're going to give you less gold than what it's worth.
I also like this other item I have that's just called Book. When you open it, it says a book contains fiction or nonfiction. If you consult an accurate nonfiction book about its topic, you gain +5 bonus to intelligence checks about this topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look through these items. Anyway, sorry, I'm good now.
Yeah, we get. I will say this: I like to like give little fun secret items here and there that allows you to kind of just use them as you see fit. I mean, Kalen's got quite a few. You collect like all the.
Oh, I love it. I love collecting random items. I still have some nightshade joints.
Yeah, I got nightshade joints.
I have 2 left.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if I put the description in it, but they are marijuana, essentially marijuana cigarettes made with nightshade, and it allows you to like essentially sleep in the woods without going crazy.
Yeah, it somehow puts an elf to sleep. That's what's pretty crazy about.
All right, well,
and not just a full sleep, not like trance.
Yeah. All right, so let's to the library.
All right, let's go check it out.
Yeah. So, You go to the library. There is a little old dwarfish lady. She has little whiskers of mustache, but she seems to be like very trim. Maybe she's kind of like not all dwarvish women shave their beards. Some do, some don't. She seems like she at least at some point has shaved. She's just like, "Oh, dearie, hello there. What could I do for you?"
I think we just
check out some books on magic and maybe some spells.
Of
Savaris,
course.
anything you're looking for?
You guys have books about gods?
Oh, yes, we have plenty. She pulls out the directory. This right here will help you find any type of book that you're looking for. Now, of course, we are of limited supply. We do not have a lot of communication with other countries. Other countries are going to have more collections of different types of books. Here, we're going to have collections more specific on our country, as well as maybe some tomes of some sort that have been collected that we have purchased. But it is going to be limited in the sense of other people's information or other countries' customs. That is the only thing I would say. Religion is a little bit different, and we can try to find something.
Okay, I was just trying to more.
You're looking for gods. What specific gods? So we have them broken up in categories. We have your high gods, your center gods, and your low gods. Obviously, the gods of you have your elemental gods, that's going to be your center pantheon. Your low gods, which is your simple emotions, more domain area likes, and then you have your high gods, which are your gods of virtues and things of that.
What about Luna?
Luna, that would be a high god. Yes, we could definitely get some books on her.
Okay. I mean, do you know if well, I'll just read through them and see if I can't find information.
Yeah, so she goes, "What is there anything specific you're wanting to know about Luna? Her because I could just give you Luna's religious text rather than just her. Or are you looking more for a summary of what?
Like kind of like the disappearing of the moon, and if there's any text that everybody's wrote down that had anything where they know why it happened or when
Religious theory. I've got you. No worries. She pulls out a book, and it is it's thick, a little thick book, and it is the theory of Luna and the missing moon. And it goes more into the different theories of why they believe Luna may have disappeared, maybe a death of the goddess, so on and so forth. It has a lot of information. This is something you're going to have to study. It will take a long rest to study this book. But you know what? Here's what I'm actually going to do instead. We kind of discussed this. I'll say that it's not going to take a long rest, that you can study this right now. That's what I'll say.
Okay. Kaylin, I'm going to go just take a read of this while you're looking around, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we'll peruse and I'll find it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take some time to think about what you kind of are looking for in this, and we'll go all through Sylvaris. So, Sylvaris, you open the book, and there's a lot of theories. So, early on, there is a consensus among many of the religious theorists that at some point during very recent years, Luna has disappeared. It has been right around Sylvaris. How old are you?
Hold on. I got it in my character sheet somewhere. I gotta find it. So it's changed a little bit, so I gotta try to find it.
No worries. It's gonna be like if you're somewhere
35.
between 20, 35. So it's been about 30 years, little less maybe. So you might have been 6 years old when the moon disappeared, but it's gonna be somewhere between 5 and 6 years. The moon has been disappeared. So they know that there's a consensus that at some point something happened that 30 years ago the moon disappeared. It also talks about what the moon goddess represents, because the moon goddess Luna does not represent essentially any sort of darkness. She represents light within the dark. She is the path maker. She is somebody who adventure. In fact, like many adventurers might even still worship her, even though there is like a god of adventure. Many adventurers might worship her because she lights the path through the woods. She had, and since her passing, the woods song has become warped, even more so than what it used to be. It used to be in the wilds. You could sleep in the wilds and you might have a little bit unrestful, but most of the time the woods were peaceful. But they've always, like, for thousands of years, they've like spoke, and like people don't really sleep in the woods because they get loud and like your memories get a little bit weird and you're not going to have the most amazing sleep. But you never went crazy. Now people lose their mind since Luna because her light is not there to guide. Theory-wise, there are three major theories about Luna's death. One, that it is a death. Luna is purely dead, and until somebody comes around that represents the moon, that somehow, some way, a goddess has died, which is not unheard of. Gods do die, but they are, if they do die, they're big changes in the world. Especially Luna, who is, by the way, I said that she's a high god. I apologize. She is not a high goddess. She's actually a center pantheon. No. Let me think about this. No, she is a high goddess because, yes, so she's a high goddess. So she represents pathways, things like that.
Okay. Now, it's in the book that I'm reading, in these theories, is there anything that theorizes anything kind of link between her and the Wild Hunt in any way?
Yeah, so there's this one theory. Now, the Wild Hunt is not widely known. It is kind of kept secret, but there is a theory that Luna may have some form of animosity with another celestial, or maybe some kind of other creature. Why it says Wild Hunt, but nothing specific on the Wild Hunt. Wild Hunt's very the Living Grove. It's their culture. It's their. You're not going to know much more than. In fact, I will say this. Kaylin has a book that you haven't read.
Yeah.
And you just asked about that book. Do you think that? Let me ask, Kaylin. When you were asking about how much would this book be, were you asking that of the DM, or were you asking that?
Oh, I was being silly to you, Chad.
Okay.
I know it's a price. That has to be a priceless artifact that I can't sell. I swear that at some point I've mentioned this book probably to Zentharia, though.
I think that you mentioned it briefly, yeah.
Yeah.
So you might know, Zentharia, you might know that the book exists and Kaylin has it, but that's specific to your culture. In the Living Grove. So they keep their most secret stuff secret. For obvious reasons. And then there's one final theory that is Luna got tired of being that. Essentially Luna got tired. She is in this very, very deep sleep because her worship waned over time. She still is worshipped, but she's one of those goddess that that doesn't have a lot of popularity. She gets a bad rep. Mostly the reason why she gets a bad rep is just from religious theorists who are much more into the other high pantheons. It's not that she's done anything wrong. It's just that the night moon gives a bad vibe to some people. So she waned over time. But her religion and her texts and her worshippers are much more a place of peace and love and caring. The Living Grove worships her. There's many people in Saloon, the Elvish, Elvish country, I believe, is Saloon. Let me make sure. Should be right here. I could read it. Silva is the Elvish country. So there are several worshippers, and they're all very peaceful. They are. We miss our goddess. We hope that our deep prayer. Many of them, even in this theory, because this is a recent book within at least 10 years. It's not like an old tome. Is like, her worshippers praise to her. There's some new kind of things that maybe they wouldn't worship, and that if to take the place. They seem to be, for lack of better terms, they are evangelizing, trying to gain more people to their religion, hopefully that the moon will come back.
Okay.
Because they didn't worship her strong enough. So the moon's people are peaceful, loving. I would describe them very much like, I'm not going to describe them as like, I would say that they have many different religious practices, but I do think that they kind of evangelize, sort of like Mormons, kind of going door to door within their local countries.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate to say that, but I don't want it to be like offensive, but they're like, they do go door to door. They want to like people to know, but mostly like none. They do like big clerics.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Luna? She shines the light on all of us. Now it's gone. We could use your help to bring her back.
The god, you know. Sorry, I'm not gonna do I'm not gonna do Mormon jokes. But like, oh, you know, the reason why we're here is because God. No, I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
Mormon just believes.
I'll give the book back, and I'll just kind of wait around for Kalen, or go look for Kalen while he's looking whatever he's trying to magic.
Before we cut, is there anything specific that you're looking for on Luna? Disposition, old history, anything before we kind of like walk off this subject?
No, I'm more just trying to find like.
You're looking more for information of the Wild Hunt?
No. I was
more than Luna specifically.
Yeah, I was more just looking for like just trying to figure out, because with the moon and what happened to her exactly, but all there are other theories and nobody really knows.
Yeah,
and
so it's very much theorized.
It's more something my character probably needs to figure out on his own, and maybe try to be more lean into his faith himself.
As you say that, out of the corner of your eye, give me a perception check.
Perception. 17.
I'm looking for at least a 20, but what I'm going to say is in the corner of your eye, you see a wolf. This is a spectral wolf, blue in color, large. And it sits there, doesn't move. But as you kind of like, do you know that like kind of like when you kind of whip your head real fast, you see something, you're like, what is that? Whip your head. You almost catch a glimpse of them briefly, but it's not a clear image. You almost see like a slight curve to them as you're kind of bringing your head around before seeing the magical wolf.
Okay.
But it's standing there, and it seems to be at peace. There's no aggression coming from your. It's just sitting there.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of take a deep breath. I'm gonna close the book. I'm gonna take it and give it back to the old lady dwarf. I'd say I appreciate you letting me read the book.
Oh, of course. Come anytime. Get yourself a library card and you can rent the books.
All right, I'll have to do that next time.
Yes, now, I will say, if you do leave Thalor and you do not return the books, we will hunt you down as traitors of Thalor. Just a heads up.
Very well understood. I'll try to make sure my friend understands that as well.
Yes, please. Reason why I say that is people try to steal books all the time, and they get caps just shot right at them. We have magical artillery that we do shoot all thieves on sight.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good. Now that you know that.
I'm gonna go now.
Kalen, so are you stealing books? No, I just knew that.
I will
I had to
definitely
say it.
ask for a library card. Well, because I was going to ask you actually, how does this library work? Are we buying the books? Are we renting the books?
That's
you check
good.
them
You
out?
may read the books here. If you'd like to check them out, you can get a library card, and if you leave the city of Thalor with these books, we will track you down and kill you.
What if, and this is a very hypothetical, what if we leave this plane of existence against our will, but then return to Thalor and return them? Is that okay?
Well, the courts will have to figure it out, but I will shoot you if I see you.
All right.
The library will hunt you down.
How do I enroll in a library card?
Very simple. Please, drop of blood here. Sign your first name and your firstborn away if we have to, and there you go. Here is your library card. Do you sign your firstborn away in case? Yeah. Essentially, there's a contract that says you have to put a drop of blood. You can get the library cards are free, but if the books that they are trying to get from you, you don't have, maybe they're damaged or something, they can take your firstborn to sell into slavery.
My problems, their problems. How do I spell the city name for my inventory here?
Yeah, so just put an item. It says Thalor library card.
No, I have a library card. How do I spell Thalor?
Oh, Thalor.
Perfect.
Yeah, just the way it sounds. Thalor. I guess Thalor could be something else, but yeah. So Thalor library card.
Yeah.
Please remember, if you decide to get a library card in any other city or any other continent specifically, or not continent, country, you have to get a specific card for them. Libraries are a big deal because they don't just
they
hold the nation's
library to every city we go to now and collect these cards.
Yeah, collect library. Kalen's what you call a nerd. He collects all the book cards. All library cards.
Gotta catch them.
Yeah, so to the little old lady here, I'm going to ask her a few questions. I'm going to pull out a book I have called Love Notes and Limericks. You have anything like this? My friend enjoys these books. I want to pick one up for them.
Yes, hold on. What are you looking more? Now we have a dirtier one, and we have a more clean one, and we have somewhere in the middle. The one you have is kind of in the middle, right there. You could get a clean or a dark. Well, what are you looking for?
Is Savaris next to me?
Yeah, Savaris is right there.
Okay.
Oh, it depends. Savaris, are you there?
I mean, if this was after I read, I'm gonna guess so.
Yeah, after.
Okay. Then yeah.
This is for V, probably the dirty one, I would think.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. You get a book that says it has a tiefling on the cover, and it says "For the horny and depraved" joke book.
Okay, for the horny.
Yeah, but it capitalizes horn and then puts a Y rather than so it's a tiefling.
I gotcha.
Horn. That's the joke. Yeah.
I'm gonna say
I was just expecting more laughter. Is all I'm saying.
No, I liked it. I'm putting in my notes. It needs to be returned. And then I also want to ask her what's her favorite book.
Oh, 50 Shades of all the other colors. That's my favorite book.
I'm gonna check that out.
Okay, you check out 50 Shades of all the other colors?
And the horny and depraved one.
Yeah, you check both books out.
Yeah, what's my limit, by the way? Libraries sometimes have a limit.
We usually do a 3-book limit.
Perfect. For my third book, I was looking maybe for something just kind of spell-oriented.
Of course.
Something new.
Are you looking for theory, history of magic? Are you looking for essentially a category of different types of spells? What are you kind of looking for?
Yeah, maybe something in the illusionary or divination window.
Oh, you know what? I actually have a ritual combo book. Here you go. This is it's essentially an instruction manual on many ritual spells of combining spells of both. It's like an instruction manual. Very kind of like a school book or something like that. Like it's gonna say Scholastic Book of spell combination issue Elysiary and divination. Yeah, little dummies kind of thing. It's an instruction manual.
Okay, I have a note to return all 3 of these. Don't worry.
Yeah, you have to return all 3 of those. You're getting capped. And have this old lady on your neck, like, oh, you're getting fucked up. But yeah, library business.
One question about this: you come after us and kill us if we don't return it. If you kill us, and then say like we had a friend that or somebody that could revive us, resurrect us, are we still being hunted, or is that death the only death that happens?
Oh, you mistake. We bring your body with us and revive you so we can interrogate you if we don't find the book on you.
Huh.
Yeah, we're about that life. We like books. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
As I'm looking through 50 Shades of all the other colors, just a torture technique book.
Yeah, no. It's essentially it's love stories of different D&D races. A large collection of like tiefling love. It's a lot of like mixed race love. Yeah, it's less of like 50 Shades of Grey book and more so like a collection of 50 Shades, like short stories.
I'm gonna lean over to what Kaylin's looking at and be like, Kaylin, it seems like there's a lot of. I'm getting this thing like tieflings are a big sexual thing.
Oh, hey, you're telling me.
It's like, well, maybe it's just me, but it just seems like it's very in a lot of stuff.
It does seem like they're unfairly over-sexualized. I agree.
About 80% of the stories in your 50 Shades of all the other colors is essentially mostly tiefling love. No, it's different things. I just think that this is me just using tieflings as the horny one. That's a me projecting, I guess.
Is there anything furball related in there? I know.
Oh, there's loads of furball love, bro. There's a story about a furbolg and an elfish lady. She loves his burly chest. She likes the hairy chest, my man.
I can let you borrow this book if you need, Sylvaris.
Yeah. I think I'll find my own way at some point. But...
All right. If we can't get V back with these books, I don't know how we're going to get them back.
I know. We just set it out like a.
Guess what book I found? She comes running into the game.
We're gonna get a. What we'll do? We'll get a box with a stick.
Yeah.
Under it, when she goes
trap.
Yeah.
She starts sniffing it out, and she's like, "What is that? Nudie mags? Oh my gosh!"
Yeah.
Like a blood down for nude mags.
Well, Sylvaris, I think I'm good at the library now. If you're good.
Yeah. I think I've got what I need.
Do we want to go back to the tavern and pretend to be V and see if the tiefling comes up to us?
Well, you can. I mean, I don't want to.
Okay. Or should we see what this does too? And I pull the claw back out.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what that does.
All right.
Are you talking about the claw, the thing that you just got? The fang?
Yeah. I do step outside the library, though. I'm outside, not in the library.
You crush it.
Should we find a place where there's not a lot of people? Or is there a lot of people?
Oh, yeah. That's probably a good idea. Can we look around where it's a little quieter, a little more?
Yeah, sure. You find kind of this back patio area. It's still within the library quarters, but it's where a lot of people come outside to read. Attached to it. There's no one out here. It's private. There's a little gazebo. There's many tables that you could sit at and read. Many of them look like kind of like that is LA, because it doesn't rain here. The most you're going to get is like condensation from the top. So it's very like LA couches outside.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm ready for some lion powers. Use of ours.
Let's see these. Yeah. Maybe you'll turn into a lion.
You, as you kind of start to crush it, it immediately starts to give way. Rather than it feeling like, as you're holding it, as you like go to crush it, it's almost like, it's like plaster, like plaster, like falling into your arms, but it crumbles into a dust. Kayla, when you go into a trance, what is your eyes doing? Are you just kind of closing and you're like meditating, or does it go white? What do you kind of look like in a trance?
I imagine he just kind of lays there pretty peacefully and just like posted up like this, and his eyes are closed.
Yeah, so you like fall, you like would like lay down, like it looks like you're sleeping.
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay, cool.
Maybe levitating over the air by 6 inches.
Okay.
That'd be
you
cool.
fall.
I have no idea actually how that would be possible. So maybe strike that, but it sounded
It's
cool.
up to you. I mean, hey, if it sounds cool, rule of cool, bro. We'll trance it.
Yeah.
As you fall,
Yeah, he definitely
start to hit the
floats just a
ground.
couple inches above the ground as he lays there.
Right as you hit the ground, a kind of gust, just a slight pushes some of the old dirt through the crevices of the brick that you are standing on, and you are in a trance. Now, I have
okay.
to give you rules on this, so I'm going to tell you what it does.
Flying.
As you crush it, it summons a creature that is to complement your abilities and within your own imagination. So essentially, you get to summon any creature that you could possibly want. Now, let me go ahead and set some limitations on this, because if I go, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I want a dragon."
Is what you're saying.
There's some one. Do you remember the kind of where it was a wild thing within the wilds of the country? Is that like the deserts? Remember that moment we had?
Vaguely, yeah.
Okay, so that little moment where you were kind of gathering the essence of what this is, kind of understanding it, it has to be a creature on the country of Zentharia. You're not going to find something that is from a magic. You're not going to, if you're going like, oh, I want to find something from the domain of a low god, that's not going to happen. If you're like, oh, I want a celestial dragon, that's not going to happen. It's going to be something of monstrosity, or it's going to be a beast of some sort. Second thing, you do not get to define the stats of the creature. You define how it complements you. For instance, if you're like, you know what, I want a creature that is heavily defensible or helps me control the battlefield, great, you'll get that. But if you're wanting something that's like, oh, I want something that it controls the battlefield and it has a +5 to. No, you're not going to do that. It's not like a +5 of stuff like that.
But then you decide what it is, correct? So if I'm like, I want something I can ride on, and I'm imagining a horse, but it could be like a donkey.
That's actually it. You get to tell the image of what it is.
Oh,
so therefore, if you're like, I want a dragon with like a snake. With like a snake tail and like giant eagles, you'll get that. But
you'll just build the stat block up and whatnot.
And depending on like size and stuff like that, it could be much smaller than what you're imagining. It's going to essentially, this piece is a ancient celestial powerful item that it will. You're not just like creating a little magical creature for yourself. This can change the physical. You could create like the apex predator essentially, and that would really fuck up so there's limitations.
Gotcha. So how do I do this? Is it I can just do it now? Is there an item I'm wearing? Is it?
It is. Here's how I want you to kind of do it. As you're in this trance, you through forests and stuff like that, and through that the same kind of thing where you are taken through the wild. You get a glimpse of an animal. This animal has qualities, has things that you need for yourself. If you were to look for a companion, how would you want it to complement your own life? Do you want it to be something you can ride on? Something that controls the battlefield? Something of that nature? How would you want it to move?
Yeah, I mean, probably something I can ride on, but something probably a little silly and whimsical, like myself.
Okay. Something silly, whimsical, but something you can ride on. As you kind of look towards and keep moving forward, the wild's coming out. If you were to describe something, a creature that you could ride on, are you looking for like something more traditional, like horse, or are you looking for something a little bit more of like, you said like a whimsical, but are you wanting something that's more like it would be weird to ride on a rhino or something like that? What are you kind of looking for?
Maybe not a rhino.
Like a deer
or traditional's fine, but maybe like a color pattern that wouldn't be as traditional.
Okay, so you want a horse. We could do a horse, and then looks wise, do you sort of imagine anything of like what this creature that you ride upon would look like, or size, or anything? Like, this is the point. Your full imagination. I'll set limiters if I'm like, yeah, you can't have it the size of a house or something like that. So don't feel free to let your imagination go of what it may look
I
like.
mean, if I can just make these requests, it'd be cool if it could fit both Savaris and V on it, so I can carry all three of us. But that'd be a long horse. Maybe something that had multiple colors that didn't make any sense for a horse. Kind of like my robes.
A unicorn.
It definitely has a horn. Definitely riding unicorn around.
It'd be a something, maybe not a unicorn.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else that you're kind of the way you kind of picture it? So you want something that can hold all three of you, and is similar to a unicorn, and maybe has a horn on its head, and has a similar kind of color to your main color scheme.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think that's, something that's not spooked easily, I guess. I don't know. I think that's fine.
Okay, great. As this, as you kind of, the trance kind of goes under you, Kaylin, you don't see this, but Savaris sees this. You see this smoke that rises underneath Kaylin. This smoke rises a little bit as it starts to create form. It's not like the smoke of a cigarette or smoke from a fire. It looks like more wet, bubbly, kind of like from like what is that, like hot, not hot ice, but the thing that you use to put smoke on a stage, but dry ice. There you go. You got some dry ice that kind of builds up, and then it starts to form shape. Kaylin, you wake up, and in your hands you hold an egg that is translucent, but at the bottom of it looks like there is a little bit of grass, and then there is what looks to be a horn, looks almost like a unicorn's horn right on the egg.
Give it a little stroke. I'm gonna love you.
You give the stroke to this, and immediately you feel like almost like a baby kicking, but it's like almost a beat, because it's hard like an egg, but it feels more like glass, if anything.
Oh.
It's hard, but I will say it's harder than an egg. You could drop this egg and it'll be fine. You may not be happy about it, but
yeah, well, I won't do that. I gotta find some way to get a baby Bjorn attached to me.
Get a baby Bjorn. Who was it who had a baby Bjorn in our last campaign? If I'm not mistaken, didn't somebody say that they were going to make a baby Bjorn for Cat to sleep in or something? I remember somebody said that they wanted to do that. But yeah.
Shit, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Doesn't my robe have all sorts of little pockets, I thought?
Yeah, so it has loads of little pockets. You can pull out like simple items.
Yeah.
Like certain things you're not going to be able to do. Things like paper and ink is going to be something that, because it has to be magical paper. The ink you might be able to pull out, but it's not going to be enchanted ink. It's going to be regular ink.
Yeah. No, I just meant I could put the egg in one of the little pockets until I fashion him a baby Bjorn.
Yeah, you open up the inside of your pocket. There's a little slip right there. You kind of, so it's always close to your chest.
From there. I'm trying to think. I think with prestidigitation, I can make a sensory effect where I just make something feel warmer. So I'll probably plan on doing that every once in a while for the egg, so it's nice and warm.
We'll just say it's a cantrip. Prestidigitation's cantrip, right? Pokemon rules.
Yeah.
I would say more Digimon, but whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's warm, it will hatch faster. So
you put it in this kind of warm area. We'll even say that just because of prestidigitation, you don't have to do it every so often. It is the perfect temperature for this egg to stay warm and cozy while it is growing into the full shape that you see in your mind's eye.
Awesome. Okay. Well, actually, did Savaris see all this? Do you saw the egg?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I probably have lion powers too, but this egg is cool. I'm just gonna.
Oh,
How do we think we test this? What does a lion do?
um, I, I, I mean, they're a big cat, so
Yeah.
they can
Maybe
probably
next
always
time I
hang
get in
on
a
the
fight, I
thing.
could probably turn into a lion. I think that'll happen.
I will say the lion that you saw was a lion of white with a snake's tail, and it was much larger
Okay.
than an average lion.
I'm gonna be real cool on the battlefield next fight.
Yeah, I think so.
Sylvaris, what do you think though? Do we want to go back to the inn? Do we want to? Oh, do we want to check out the security in and out of this town? What are you thinking?
Or you can go, or you could follow the letter to your base log house.
Oh, yeah, we probably should do that. Too.
I
Wait, no, we
want-
can't do that now with the library books.
Yeah, and so you can't leave with the library book.
I could
Hey,
probably
you've
put the
got
library
a
book-
little apartment at
Yeah, let's go back to the
Gilded
inn.
Metal.
Drop off the books, leave them in my room. Pray no one steals them, because that'd
Well,
be
we have keys. You just lock it.
Lock it.
yeah.
Lock the door.
But someone can kick the door open.
If we do, they are fragile from what we're seeing.
Yeah,
Um,
I think
I
we
will
gotta
say,
take that risk.
maybe we hide them in there, or
Yeah, hide them. Give me a sleight of hand check. Let's say that you have the ability to kind of like hide them in whatever and you have to describe to me how you hide them as well.
I'm trying to think if I have a way to like a spell or anything I could use it, but I don't.
I definitely have some illusionary spells. Let me see what I can do here. I was like, that's what I do.
Just like make the books look like something that's not worth anything, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my stuff is not going to be useful for that.
Although I don't want to like pull magic in front of it and then someone looks for the books because they're searching for magic.
True.
I don't think they're gonna steal books that are smut. I think I could probably just hide them under a blanket. Call it good.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
I
I'll just
mean,
put them
the
under some
only
like.
book.
I'm gonna
I mean,
put them under some dirty underwear. There's no way.
Yeah. Nobody wants to pick those up.
No.
Yeah, because the books that you rented out, you did like a magical book, you did a smut book, and then there was one more. What was the other book?
Her
Smut?
favorite book, which was 50
Yeah.
Shades of Other Colors. So
Yeah.
both kind of smutty. So two
50
kind of
Shades.
smutty books. Then one magical book.
Yeah.
So you have two smut and then one magical book, which is
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
So I
I don't
wanna
think anyone's gonna try to
go-
steal your book.
Yeah, I want to go really smutty book on top, somewhat smutty book, then magical book, underwear on top of all that.
Please write that down because I'm not gonna remember. That's important to you. Feel free.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So you have these books in your little hotel. Now, I will say this: how you've stayed here 3 days? Does that say fair? Is that fair?
I have no idea, honestly.
We had the first night, then we was here the next day, did the game show. So we've been 2 nights. We've been here.
2 nights.
So, Lars,
Okay.
maybe we should check with the innkeeper, make sure we're paid through for another night or two.
Well, that's what you don't even need to go through there. 40 gold.
40 gold.
40 gold a night. So that means I would need 80 from Sylvaris, 80 from Kaylin. You know what? That's a little steep. Let's do 20 gold. Let's do 20 gold a night.
Yeah, what's in these rooms? Jeez, the doors don't
Yeah.
even work that well. Kick them open.
Let's do 20. I feel like 40 is a lot, and on top of that, I feel like this is a place that probably the services
Although they know
that
they
they're
have a
giving-
racket because you can't really get
Yeah.
out of here. So you're
Yeah,
stuck
their
paying
service is
inflated
not.
wages.
Exactly. They're trying to hold people in. They don't want to take all of your money.
Do you have that? The 40
I do
gold?
not. I have 5, and I can use my 5 gold.
I'll do your 40 for right now.
Okay. Well, thank you.
I was so ready for him to be like, "Hey, man, you should keep your money special." Kayla's like, "Hey, you gotta pay up," and now we go through a whole thing where Kayla's just trying to find 20 gold to pay one more night.
No, we're going back to see my uncle and my parents. I'll ask for some allowance money.
Yeah.
All right.
So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna take 2-minute break. What I'm gonna do is you guys are traveling towards this. Essentially, you're traveling towards this arch, that little piece of paper, that letter that you got leads you that way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, turn this off, take a 2-minute break, do what you got to do, grab a drink, but we'll be right back. I'll go ahead and keep the stream live.
Okay.
And we're back. I'm gonna wait for Greg to come back a little bit first. So while he's kind of going, we'll go through, just have a little conversation real quick, Eddie, with Silvaris.
Okay.
This letter that you got that has sheet music attached to it. What are you thinking about? Think you're gonna kind of find a place for someone to play this when you get there? Or are you
Right.
looking more so for
Well-
what are your general thoughts? Kind of just want to pick
Well,
your brain about it.
I thought maybe like once we got back to like if we can get to the log house, I could find. I mean, being a adventure guild, I figure there'd be some sort of bard there. Maybe I could find.
Yeah, there's a band. Well, you don't even need a bard. There's a full band there.
Okay, maybe I could get somebody there to play it instead of trying
Yeah.
to find somebody in a town that I don't.
And you would know that. You've been there, and I believe that there was a point where you guys partied and like played with the band a little bit. You had that. Kalen, when we get there, first thing we want to do, what do you want to do when you get there? Are you like, hey, I want to go see my uncle, talk about, kind of check in? Or are you looking for your parents? What are you doing?
Probably look for my mama and papa.
Mama.
Oh, okay. You look for your mama and papa when you get there. So, you see this door frame. Unlike all of Thalor, Thalor is made of metal and obsidian and stone. It's literally the city of gold and stone.
Yeah.
You go in, you see this completely wood door frame. I'm gonna see if you guys remember how to open it.
Don't we just touch it?
Yeah, you just smack the top
Yeah.
where the tree is.
Yeah.
You smack the top, boom. As you smack it, the gold signia kind of glows, and you see, as you look through, you see the log house in the distance. Of course, there's a little bit of a walk up. I'll remind you kind of what the log house looks like. I believe that I have it here. Yeah, the log house. This is where adventurers meet. It is, again, I want to be very clear. The log house is not the guild. It is a place for adventuring guilds to meet up. There are large adventuring guilds. There are small adventuring guilds. You guys, technically, as a party, could register as a guild, and then therefore you could specialize. But as adventurers, you're like free market. You could go do anything that is up there.
Gotcha. And we just pick up jobs that are on that job board, and the bartender, little gnome guy.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
Yeah, we're like the guys that like create full guilds. It's mostly for marketing and advertising sake. I know that sounds kind of silly, but if you go, hey, we are the adventuring guild and have a name and a face, it's easier to like identify you. It also allows people to be like, oh, hey, that guild is really good at mercenary work. That guild specializes in security detail, and then also they can do bids. There's a lot of like little details that come with that, but it's usually your larger guilds or guilds that want to have notoriety rather than just money.
Gotcha. Probably don't want to
They're, like,
register as a
small.
guild until we have VBAC, I would imagine.
Yeah, if that's something you want to do, you don't even have to do that. But you guys walk in. Give me a perception check, Kalen.
Sure.
Actually, Savaris, you do this too.
I'm gonna guidance Savaris. 11.
Okay, 11, Savaris.
Nine.
9. You don't notice anything. Looks perfectly normal. As you guys walk up to the door, you do see a small gnome. Not the gnome that you're used to, not barkeep, but just like a tiny gnome. He's like, hey guys. Just kind of, and he's like leaning against the banister. He's kind of sitting up on, he's like on top of the banister a little bit, because you know it has sometimes banisters have a little lip. Or not banisters, the support beams. Support beams is leaning against that. It's got a little lip on it. He's just like, what's up, guys? Y'all having a good day?
Better now. I gave him a high five as I walked by.
Right on. Gives you a high five. He's like, yeah, cool. Like that, Kaylin. That was a good high five.
Oh. You know his name?
Oh, yeah. I've heard around. Yeah. Yeah.
Phelan, you're known. You're like you're big shot, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to brag about it.
All right.
You
yeah.
walk in, and immediately, Kaylin, give me a dexterity saving throw. I'll say.
A dex save? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you guidance.
Thank you. I don't know why I rolled it that way. 19 without that. Let me. 21.
21. Let's see.
That surprised even me.
You get this tingling up your back as you feel a foot is like coming right to the center of your back.
Oh, Can I drop to the floor so it passes
Yeah.
over me?
You drop to the floor. The kick was supposed to be kind of like a little Spartan kick, like a boom straight to the back. But you see a leg and then a skirt drop over it, and you don't see anything like. And then
I cover
immediately
my eyes as the skirt goes over me. Ah!
No, here's the thing. You don't want to do that because the
Oh no.
big boot that is tied to it comes back, and that little sight that you see is your mother looking down at you
Ugh.
and going, "Excuse me." Now, let's be honest. She has shorts on. This is a sporty woman.
Yeah, I gotcha.
She puts a boot to your back, misses, and goes, not what I expected to happen. Cold, straight-faced, stares at you and goes, "You believe that you cannot right your mother? That is not how we raised you, Mr. Bramble-Rot." And then, all of a sudden, you are picked up off the floor by a large man. Tall, I'm talking 6'8", tall dude, almost 7 feet tall. Red hair, beard. He goes, "Oh, boyo, get over here!" And he literally picks you up and is just like, hugging you from the back. He's just like, "Oh, my darling son, I have missed you so. Oh, mwah, mwah. Oh, my darling boy. Mwah, mwah, mwah." Is kissing your head. Give me one more strength saving throw. Actually, give me an athletics throw to get out.
I don't even think I'm trying to get out of this. Am I really trying to?
Oh, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to save at all. This is Lucas Bramble-Rot, researcher. He's wearing kind of a similar garb to you. Older in look. He's has like a little vest on. I'll give you a closer look at him and both of them. We'll start off with Liliana. Oh, never mind. Let me do closer. Boom, boom. You know, you think I've done this for a little bit, but no. Liliana Bramble-Rot right there. You know about your mother. She was originally a member of the not Sylvan, but of the High Guard of the Elvish continent, the Elvish country. She is, if there's a badass anywhere, Liliana is the one that would stand out. She is fearsome. She is powerful. She is a warrior who, growing up, kicked your ass. You know, she expected.
Not this time.
Not this time. She expected good grades. She was strict, but a little bit even-tempered. She would, if so long as you were doing things that you were doing, she was like, good. She was like, if you got good grades, you respected your parents, and you didn't get in any trouble that we found out about, Liliana was very much a hands-off. But when you did, she's the enforcer. Your father's much more of the nurturing type. When you were younger, he's probably the guy that's going to, like, cook all the dinners. He's going to clean up. They do a very, like, traditional role reversal. But he is also extremely rich, and he is like the researcher of it. He has years and years upon Elvish bloodline of like money. Liliana is she lived in a bit of poverty. They're similar. They're both like wood elves, or they're of the same race. I can't remember if they're wood elves or high elves. That would be based on what yours is. But I believe high elves. I think you're a high elf. But
high elves, yeah.
Both high elves, but Liliana does not have the same pedigree as her husband. And then, boom, Lucas Bramble-Rot. He is a rich dude who loves research and adventure. He is an incredibly loving father, but a little bit misguided. He doesn't really care what you do. He just thinks you're great in every way. This is a guy that you could do wrong. He's like, well, let's think of this. Maybe he had a good reason. Kaylin is a smart boy. He's always making excuses for you. So very polar opposite as parents. They're good partners, though.
Okay, well, I'm digging this.
Kind of give you a background of your.
He's hugging me and giving me some kisses and hugs and stuff or something.
Oh, I've missed you. I've sent you 37 letters, and I have not received one back, but I know you had a good reason. You know, a good researcher has to take his time, takes effort, and I understand that sometimes doing a new adventure, finding yourself. Oh, I've missed you so.
Yeah, Papa, I've missed you too. I've only got the one letter though, and I'll pull out the most recent one.
Oh god. Oh god. I didn't even send that letter. That was through your uncle. This is ridiculous. I'm going to burn the mail department down. That is the only way that this will be satisfied. I am going on an adventure. He's like walking. Your mother is holding his his lapel and is just kind of like, or not his lapel, but like holding the back of his collar. Yeah, his leash.
Yeah.
And she's like, "It is good to see you, my son. We've missed you so."
Yeah,
She's
she's gone. Oh, okay.
No, she's right there. She's right there with you.
Oh,
She's just
okay.
holding Lucas, and he's
Oh.
just like being loud and obnoxious, just like, "I will burn them all to the ground." Very colonizer type mentality.
Yeah, I like that. You didn't get me this time, Mama.
Well, hard work and talent pay off. I have nothing more to say. Good job.
I'm going to give her a hug.
You give her a hug, and she tears up slightly, but then pulls it back. She's like, "I love you, my son," and gives you a hug back and lets go of Lucas.
I also love that
She-
I'm older than Sylvaris, by the way. I was just thinking about this as I'm doing all this.
She gives you a slight kiss on the cheek, but they're like, "Please, what have you been up to? We want to hear everything." Lucas is kind of distracted because you gave a hug, and he's like, "Oh, I should not leave my wife."
Oh, this is like my best friend Sylvaris, and I'll point over to Sylvaris.
Lucas tries to hug you immediately.
Oh, okay.
He gives you a hug. He's like, I'm a hugger. I've always been one. Emotional." She doesn't. She looks at you and she just goes, "It is lovely to meet you," and kind of does a little curtsy.
He's been going on adventures with us, and we have another friend named V. I don't know where they are right now. I think they're just maybe clearing their head or something. But
Is
they're really cool
this?
too.
Let me ask: is this the typical how you say, angsty member of the team, or is this maybe more of a home dog, or what archetype does she follow in? And then the wife just goes, "Honey, people don't fit into archetypes. We're complicated individuals." Just as Lucas is very like focused in, nerdy, very that guy, like very type A, super ADHD, but like passionate to a T.
I mean,
Tell me.
Sylvaris, both of those do sound like V so far.
Oh, a mix of people. I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to introduce you. They're really cool too. We don't know where they ran off to.
I would love that. Actually, my boy, I would love to catch up a little bit more. We actually had some questions for you. We wanted to know what is going on and have a little bit of a conversation about, the situation and how you came here. If that's okay, I would love to like pull you aside and just have that conversation. Again, Sylvaris, I apologize for being so rude. But Lucas is just like, would you be okay if we had just a little conversation, just you and me?
Yeah, that's fine with me. I'll
Perfect.
message to Sylvaris. I'll fill you in after.
Sounds good.
Perfect. He goes, "Come, boyo," and starts walking up the stairs.
Does his
Sylvaris.
mother follow?
Yeah, the mother and both are there. They're going.
Yeah.
She curtsies to you and she goes, "Sylvaris, it was lovely meeting you," and walks off.
Okay.
I will say this: as she kind of walks off, Sylvaris, you notice a giant, not like a butcher knife, but like a large, machete type sword that's hanging off of her belt. She has like a long skirt that goes to right above her ankles, and just like this kind of battle-ready machete.
Okay.
But they walk up the stairs that kind of overlooks the bar.
The whole time I'm just thinking, well, you can tell who Kalen takes after, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for the band to see if they'll play this music for me real quick.
Yeah, easy. So the band is in the top right corner. There's a little small stage. There is a drummer. There is a lute player. There is a guitarist, and there is a piano player.
I'll go to the piano player.
Go to the piano player. It is a half-elf man with a cigarette, and he's kind of drinking probably an old-fashioned, some kind of old drink. And he's just like, "Oh, you got sorry, kid. We're on break right now. We'll come back in about 20 minutes."
All right. I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind hearing just a little. I got an adventure. I need somebody that can play this music for me. I'm not very many people can actually understand what it's meant to be.
Oh no,
except for
no,
me.
I get it. Yeah. Hey, it looks like it's written in piano, so it's perfect. He puts it right up, and he's just like, before I play, song Enchanted. Just I want to make sure that I'm not just like playing something in a room full of people that could have some kind of enchantment, anything like that.
I'm not completely positive. I don't think so. I don't think it's anything that can hurt anybody.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, if it doesn't, we're good. And then he starts to play. Now, I want it to be actually. Let's do it.
There's words in this.
There's words in this one. Ah, man. I was trying to find. I think it's maybe this one. No.
One.
Here it is.
I'll say there's the one that says the it's just softer music.
Which one is it now?
This one.
There we go. That's perfect. D&D lyric. Got it. So, he starts to play. Sweet, soft. It is very it's very melodic in its composition, and as you start to hear, you start to not just like hear the music, you start to hear words as it plays, and there's no singer, it's just piano music, but because of who you are, you start to feel the trees of Zentharia, but in particular the Living Grove. Unlike most of Zentharia with these wild, the Living Grove have kept their sanity. It is because of the magical influence they have to Luna that they're able to speak to you in their own way. And this song that you hear starts to talk about a new traveler. Like you as a traveler, able to listen to the voice of the trees, starts to describe this new traveler to you. This boy has a mission that we believe is important, and as that, we would ask him to go on his very own adventure to complete his mission. His mission is very simple. He is a person who brings information back to the Living Grove. He is a storyteller. He will write stories down, send them back home so that they have more information. The Living Grove is isolated, but they are more isolated than the other countries. They only really let in furbolgs and very, very rarely will let in travel. You guys got that a rare occurrence because ours is notable. And it goes on to say that as the only traveler, it is foretold and it is your mission that we are giving you to guide this youth become a traveler of note and worthiness, because he's essentially taking the place of a traveler who is no longer with us, a traveler that you guys killed. He is going to take on his role, essentially, via the storyteller. But to be fair, he didn't do his job correctly. Not just in the sense of like lying about you and not doing that, but even in his own, he only traveled to Vornis, which is very close. He only traveled briefly out. This Kit is the name that they reveal. This second traveler, Kit, will be telling stories from all over. That's the end of the story. That's the end of the song right there. That song relays to you a little bit more information about that. You can send for Kit at any moment. We will sing the song into the ears of Kit, and he will hear your call. But we need to know if you are ready for this mission, or we are not going to call on him. That's what the kind of song says. It even gives like essentially a response thing that the second part of the song, and essentially if this is played, we will have it sung to him, and he will meet you wherever you so see fit. Just as a DM, I'd prefer if you meet him in a safe place. Don't call him in the middle of battle. That's all I'm asking.
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
but yeah, and then that is the song that you hear. Caleb, you walking upstairs, and he's just like, your father is talking just incoherently about his research, being like, "Oh, I have traveled all across. I'm looking for a different to find, and I'm just talking and talking and talking." He's in front of you, leading the way. Your mother beside you, and she is quiet, aggressive, fearful. She holds your hand, kind of comes really close and leans into you, and she just kind of whispers to you, and she's like, "Are you eating all right? You look very skinny."
Yeah, I'm eating, Mom. We're adventuring, so sometimes there's
Good.
not food every day, but we're eating.
Of course, calories are important. Don't just eat.
Mhm.
Just don't fill up on meat. Definitely, you want to. And I know bread is scarce here and there in certain places, but please eat loads of bread. And if you ever need to come home, you come home. Um, I want to say, I know that it was a bit difficult, and I was not the most gentle of parent when you were kicked out of school. But your uncle has told us many things, and I'm so proud of you.
I think Caleb would probably tear up a little bit.
She taps
Say
you and
that's
she goes,
fine.
"Well, that's enough now."
Mm.
And just kind of hold your arm regularly at that point.
Okay.
You guys go into the office of your uncle, and your uncle's just kind of like chilling there. He's just like,
Okay.
"Oh, Lucas!" And he picks Lucas up. Tobias is about maybe 4 inches shorter than Lucas.
Okay.
Lucas is probably like 6'8". Tobias is like 6'4". Very tall, both tall men. Tobias is easily able to pick him up. Lucas is just like, "Oh, Uncle Stallard, it's so good to see you." He's just like,
Mhm.
"Oh," and little nephew, "Oh, it's so. I miss you guys. Please sit down." He's like, "Oh, actually, is it okay if we use your office just to have a conversation with my boy?" And he's just like, "Please, no problem. Feel free to use the office." But do you? I want to be very clear here. To here, you don't touch. And he literally points out most of the room and literally kind of directs away from like this small like desk area, because he's like, "This is
Sure.
where most of my figurines, a lot of my self-taught, and a lot of like also potions that I've made." So if you could just like don't touch that, that'd be perfect. Okay, be good. I'm gonna leave the door cracked. And he like you can tell he's like
A little
uncomfortable.
nervous.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but he walks away.
Okay.
So here, let me pull your seat out for you. He pulls the seat and he's like, "Well, all right, um, son, I am. I can't say how proud I am. I love you so much, and I know that we cut off your inheritance, and that must have seemed stern, but your mother felt it was the right thing to do." And she's like, "And I still feel like it's the right way." "Of course, darling. You've always been the more practical one. Goodness, I love you. Anyways, my darling boy, adventuring. What do you think? How have you been? Do you enjoy adventuring? Are you I see that you've met friends, that's good. But I'm more like, what are we thinking about the more research part of magic? Are we going in that field?" And she goes, "Darling, he can choose any field that he wants to go in." "I know, but we're worried about your future. Adventuring's a good job. It's good. It will give you lots of money. I adventure myself, but the money is in specializing." And when I graduated from the Arcanum, and I wanted to, I definitely research in history. That was definitely where I wanted to go. But I just want to see where your head's at about this. Is to kind of describe this conversation. This is like a doctor asking if you're going to go into medicine.
Yeah. No, I track where
He
it's going.
he wants to know your kind of plan with your life, because he's just like, you're just doing odd jobs right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I took a more unconventional path. And honestly, I still feel like I'm just trying to figure it out. I really liked adventuring. Um, it's probably the most fun I've had, to be honest with you, and the most I felt
Good,
me.
good. Passion is important.
Yeah, and I mean, I can tell you all the things we've done. That might take a while. I feel
No,
like
no, no, no.
in a short time
I
we've
don't.
done
I'm
so
not
many
really.
adventures.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm not trying to. I'm really just wanting to know. I want to know if you have a greater purpose in all of this. I know in college, I did my fair share of adventures here and there. Save a maiden, fight a dragon. You know, that's what I did. It's who I was. Truthfully, your mother did most of the work. Your father's truthfully just money. He's not a wizard. He is a researcher through and through. He's like, obviously, your mother did lots of the work, and I, also had my protection regime, but I did my fair share of it, life. But I want, you need to have something steady. Hopefully, you make the right choice because I see great things in your future, Caitlin. You're gonna live a long time. We're elves. We stay young. We live. I'm nearly 300 years old. Your mother is turned 200 last year, and she goes, "Please, I'm 198." Anyways, I
But the idea
understand that.
art kind of isn't the way to go. I mean, are they always doing what's best for everybody?
Yes, that is the elvish way. We're elves. We do not think in the terms of short term. You, as a high elf as well, you are going to live for centuries and do great things. And bringing in an elf that just drinks all day and doesn't benefit the world, or even benefits the world poorly, is not something that's good. An elf lives forever. Therefore, an elf that lives forever influences the world forever. That's what we do. There are elves who are ostracized as losers and somewhat, and some of them turn into great heroes in their but notoriety, passion, mission that helps the world, that is what elves are known for, and that is what we hope to do. Now, your mother, she has chose a more simple life, and she goes, I have been an adventurer for many years, and I have many stories written. Of course, she lives a very simple life, a hero of many. Of course, me as a researcher, she's like, please do not. And he's like, oh right, I'm sorry. I get a little ahead of myself. He's definitely discrediting her. She is a hero among your people. He's just like, just thinking about your future. And we also had some other concerning thoughts, and let you mull over that one a little bit. We heard something happening with the Arcanum in the city of Thalor. And we were talking with your uncle, and your uncle was happened to mention that you were in Thalor right now. Apparently, they were tracking, through their adventuring books. They try to keep tabs here and there. I heard they had some business there, and I was wondering if you wanted me to pull some strings and see if we could get you involved. Maybe even getting you back into college.
Oh, we've talked about this before, though. I don't want to go back.
I know, darling boy. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Well, I want you to have options, and school provides options. If you do not want to go back, you don't want to go back. But we just want to know you have a path for you. However, the Arcanum was very good to you. They could have done a lot worse, and all they did was kick you out of school. So we are so proud of you, but we are concerned. And we thought maybe getting in the Arcanum and trying to make amends would either end a chapter of your life or open it back up for yourself. We just wanted to see if we could try. As you know, we are wealthy. We would, if you were to make them involved, maybe we could start with your opening up your allowance.
Yeah. Well, what do you know what it is that they're doing? Because I did see them while we were there, and
Oh, you did? Oh, good. I heard that one of your classmates is doing well. I have connections in Arcanum as well, and I heard that one of your old friends is there, apparently on a mission from the council. There was some ghastly things about a break-in into the Arcanum, which is not good. I assume it has something to do with that.
break. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was we saw them so quickly I didn't get a chance to ask what they were doing. I'm
Well,
sure they would have told me, but
well, I'm not sure if they would have. Arcanum is very secretive to its not its inner circle, and even students aren't involved in the inner circle. Your friend is long since graduated by now.
Mhm.
At least graduated. He's graduated his sophomore year.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, so he's like
Um,
in the circle somewhere.
yeah. Um, I mean, I appreciate you doing all this for me, and I know you want me on a path. I I've really enjoyed adventuring with my friends lately. Is there any way that maybe I can help them with this break-in, but keep adventuring?
Of course, if that's what you want to do, I have no reason not. But I don't. I want you to go back to college. I will start paying for you to live and go there. And you can definitely adventure on the side, but I would like you to be involved. If that's not what you want to do, that's fine. But I want you to at least have a purpose. I want you to have a plan. And then if you could come with me to that plan, I will help you in any way so fit. But I need a plan. If you're opening a business, if you're going to adventure the rest of your day, I need to know a plan. And I would. That was the deal that we made when you left. You don't remember this deal at all.
Nothing.
He's this deal. He was just like that was the deal that you go on adventures. You see the world, and then in a year or so you pick a purpose. That's what us elves do. We have purpose. We're
Has
not
it been
here
about
just
a
to
year?
sit around. What is it?
Has it been about a year since then?
It has been maybe like 5 months, about half a
Oh,
year.
so we're not even like halfway into this.
No, you have time, but I mean, he's a
Yeah.
nosy father.
No, I get you. Okay. Um,
Like
Yeah,
6 month
no,
check-in.
yeah, I get you. No, I mean that's reasonable. I get that. Can to be honest with you, we've been so frazzled trying to find our friend. I don't even think I could give you a plan right now. Is there any way
That's
that
okay. It's all right.
we can have maybe a couple nights to think on it?
Yes. Again, you have time. I'm only checking in. I want you to feel like you have an adventure, a plan. A plan is smart, but you can still be an adventure. You have 6 months left. That was the deal. Regardless, I've heard of your escapades. I've heard you had a little bit of a rough start in the beginning, that you've been successful so far, and to that, I'm proud of you. Good.
Well,
Come on,
they
get the
didn't
top.
finish any missions, and then I joined them, and then we started finishing.
Oh,
missions
quite.
as
Oh,
well.
quite right. Yes, that's correct. I
Yeah.
forgot that they had a mission beforehand. He starts freaking out. He's like, "My boy's amazing."
I wish Delaney was here. She couldn't say anything about it.
She would have lost her mind.
Yeah. Any chance to bring that up? But
He-
the only other thing too, I don't remember this deal very well, and that kind of leads me to what I was wondering. I feel like there's so much of when I was at school and when I was, I guess, they asked me to leave, and I guess the time right after that I don't remember. Is there any way that you're able to help me maybe remember some of that time.
I don't understand. You don't remember your time in school? You don't remember why you
Well,
were
no, I remember that I was at school, and I remember being at school, but towards the tail end of it, it feels like there's holes, like there's parts, and not like, you with your buddies and you have drinks and you don't remember certain nights. There's just whole time frames that feel like are gone from my memory.
lay down on the table. He starts to like pull out like a medical bag. Where
Okay.
he's not like
I'll lay down.
he has a PhD, but he's
Yeah.
please lay on the table. That's all right. And he kind of like, do you lay on the table?
Yeah. Yeah. I have no
Yeah.
reason to
You lay on
not
the
to.
table, and he kind of where like your legs are kind of hanging over and your back stiff. He kind of pulls you a little bit that your head is hanging over and it's in his hands, and he just like breathes deeply. And he takes that little potion and he drinks it, and he goes, "Open your mouth, boy." And he takes a little drop right into your mouth, and he
Baby
starts
birds
like,
me.
yeah, a little baby bird, not like him, like put it in your mouth. He just takes the bottle
Okay.
and dips it in.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, this isn't a gross relationship. Let's be clear.
All right, Chad.
But takes the bottle, dips a little bit in your mouth, and he starts to go into a trance as you kind of go into your own trance. Your mind's connecting. And he's just like, you're almost teleported in a sense to a smoky room. This is something that only you know in Kalen. Let's say think of like there's this thing that I hear all the time called Mind Palace, where you're like storing all of your information, stuff like that. So rather than being like that, and I've kind of talked about this a little bit in the sense of like what's in your mind, like with Delaney. If you were to like say what is the place in your mind you would be, like what would it look like? Would it be like a parlor? Would it be a restaurant that you're sitting in? Would it be your bedroom that you grew up in? Like what is like the inner workings? What does it look like? A room, anything?
Yeah, I like to imagine that, and I've actually weirdly enough given this thought. I imagine
cool.
that it's like a studio apartment that continues to like an outside foresty kind of area, and there's eclectic things all over the place. There's books arranged in funny ways, almost like one makes an archway around like a corridor, and there's like half finished puzzles and just eclectic little knickknacks kind of all over the place.
Cool. So you go in and there's like this little studio apartment. The way you're kind of describing it, I'm seeing it as like there's this like clearing, little bit of woods and stuff like that in a middle of the forest. Your house, literally like a little tiny house, loft, like a loft apartment sitting in this grass. I think of it like a tiny home, essentially.
Yeah.
And then outside there's all these books and weird eclectic things. You find yourself out in your little house. The door has an opening, so that way it's like you could literally walk down the stairs in like a little patio area to your thing. And your father is not the interesting, fun man. He's just kind of looking in your mind. He goes, I don't see anything wrong. What is it that you're forgetting, boy? Let me ask this. Do you remember why you were asked to leave the school?
So correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. I remember the reason why I was asked to leave, but I don't remember it actually happening. Is that correct?
Yeah. Why were you asked to leave?
Wasn't I caught stealing something, I think? Or
stealing?
I feel like out of game, I don't remember. I think in game, I know. I forget personally.
In game, said you were stealing something.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I don't understand. You thought you stole something? No, Chuck.
Yeah, I thought that's
no.
they told me.
Do you remember us having the conversation about this year that you were going to take a little bit of a sabbatical to learn where you were going to? Do you remember that conversation?
A little bit, vaguely.
Interesting. He starts to go and he starts to look through and he starts to walk a little bit past. Boy, please follow me, boy. He walks through your mind and he's starting to just look around, hear stuff. He is trying to find something in your mind. Um, Immediately, he spots it. Rolled a 15 on the die. He gets a +5 to his investigation rolls. He goes, I don't know. You see this tree. This tree is wouldn't stand out to any person, but it seems to stand out to him. He goes, this one is not blooming. Interesting. He goes to you and he goes, boy, look at all the trees. Do you see how they're bright and green and have loads of color?
Yeah, I see.
Or I will say, are they bright and green, or or is it like a fall type, or what kind of time of the day it is? What kind of year is it?
Yeah, no problem. I maybe like a cozy autumn.
Okay, so like an autumn. He's like, you see how there's life in the trees? You see that there's still leaves falling off, and you see how the health of the tree. But then this one is dead. Or at least most of the life is taken out of it. This tree is thin. Most of the trees around you are like thick, I don't know, like a very large tree with loads of leaves that are on it. This one is feeble. It looks almost like a little tree that you would see in your yard with no plumage whatsoever. He goes, something's taken your memory, boy. Hold on. He gets out the medical bag. The medical bag that he had before that he kind of put the drop in. This seems almost the same, but it is. You know what? Use your imagination. You'll figure it out. It's a bag that he pulled out before. He grabs a pair. Grabs a pair of like shears. It looks like gardening shears, and he starts to cut a branch off. And he looks at it and he goes, huh. He licks it and he goes, And he goes to another tree and he cuts off and he goes, as I thought. All of your trees taste of honey and milk, and this one toxic. Something has happened, my boy. Please, let's return to the center of your mind. He goes into this little like apartment area and he goes, all right, I'm going to catch you up, boy. Because it seems that something has tainted your mind. What that may be, I don't know. But we're going to at least fill in the gaps. First off, you did not steal anything from the Arcanum, my boy. You were kicked out because you almost killed someone. You, from what I understand, there was an assignment. You were very hush-lipped when it came to the whole process, so it was very much having to hear it from your teachers, and when we asked, you were very hesitant to give me any details, but everyone else kind of painted a picture. There was an assignment of combining spells of both illusion and divination. You created a spell that you were not permitted to do because you were a first year, and you harmed your partner. You almost died. This spell ran rampant in the school briefly. No one was harmed other than the young boy, but yes, did do reputable damage, and they deemed it as a very dangerous spell. Even calling it a living spell. A taint on the weave, so to speak, is what they call it. They locked it up because, as all Arcanum does, once something's out of the box, so a magic is created, they store it away if they deem it dangerous for the average, and they keep it there. And you were kicked out for almost killing somebody through this ritual spell you created.
I can't believe I would have hurt someone. Who was my partner?
Moment you ask, you know. It's one moment.
Oh, my rival. Missing his eye. Was that why he's missing his eye?
Yeah.
Oh,
You assume.
yeah.
You don't necessarily remember exactly what happened, but I mean, half of his face is gone.
Gotcha.
He goes, boy, I believe this may be upsetting, I assume. From what I understand, the piece of magic that was stolen, it was the spell you created, as well as the music box that you used in its creation.
What music box? Did it have a little ballerina in it?
Oh, I don't know. They had already stored it away before I saw. But yes, it was a music box. I don't remember what it looked like. At the time, I wasn't caught up in a music box. I was caught up in what you had done.
Yeah. Is it? I don't mean to hyperfixate on this music box, but
No,
was
of
it
course.
something I possessed already, or was it something I
Not
used
something
as
I
an
bought
arcane
you.
focus? Okay.
No. You've had the bramble rot for most of your life. I mean, when
Yeah.
a boy tears a stick off a tree and it grows leaves and magical, what are you gonna do? You had to make it your magical focus, and we did some ritual stuff to it to give it a little bit more pop. But yes, you've had that focus since you were a kid. But no, not something I bought you, and I control most of your finances. I mean, you used any gold I gave you. I asked for receipts.
Mhm. The only reason I asked is I recently had kind of I don't know if what the right word would be, a vision or a dream about that same music
Oh,
box.
oh.
Do I have
Tell
like
me
my
about.
items in my mind's palace right now? Like, would I have what is my inventory in there to show things?
Yeah.
Okay. I pull out the cradle stone and I tell him about what I had used it for to try to gain some of my memories back from him.
Oh, perfect! And he literally goes it, and he just holds it. The memory the same thing that you saw, the same dream starts to
Okay.
picture. So you are in what looks to be a dorm room
Mhm.
with same thing, and he goes, this is interesting. Your face seems disfigured in this dream. That's not something that would happen. Interesting.
I explained to him that this is the memory of shoot, what was his name?
Yeah, this is the memory of Lost One. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because he seemed confused by the disfigured face.
Yeah, and he looks at it and he goes, No, boy. He's not disfigured. You are. And it looks to be Sareth as a young boy, perfect. In fact, maybe even like a year younger.
Yeah.
He looks. He kind of just sits there. He is in a college dorm room. He's not. His face isn't covered. Yours is. It's disfigured in the sense of like it's almost blurry. You can't see it. And he goes, This is not supposed to happen. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is not a memory. It's a dream, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yes,
a dream.
dreams work a little bit differently. They like a memory they can bring about, but usually they can either tell more or be misleading. Question is the dream misleading us by disfiguring your face, or is it trying to tell us something? This, I imagine, will open itself up in time. We'll have to figure that out together. But this memory is definitely important to Sareth. And I believe now important to you. I would keep this in mind. Boy, that's all right. I think that you should follow this path. This seems like a mystery's afoot. Yes. Oh, good.
You're always quick with a joke, Dad.
The memory starts to fade as he's laughing. He's like, "Oh, didn't stay focused. My bad." He goes, "Look, boy. think it's time we got out of this dream. I'm not a licensed doctor. Obviously, I studied some briefly in the Arcanum in my 8 years there, but I'm not. This is not enchantments of that sort. It's not really my cup of tea. I'm much more of a researcher. So, what I would say is, I don't know what I would say. This is a mystery. I think you have to figure it out yourself. But who knows? Maybe this is good. He takes the bottle out. He drinks it, and he goes, "All right. I'd lay down, boy." He sits at a he kind of takes a position like he's holding your head, and then you kind of just fall backwards, and you're right back on that table. And he's just like, "Oh, I hate that. You get such sleep when you go into a trance and so quickly. Oh, you wake up. It's only been like maybe a minute. It's like, I hate quick trances. Oh."
I would imagine Kalen's visibly more distraught, finding out that he almost killed someone at school, and he thought the school kicked him out and kind of blamed him for a BS reason.
Yeah, I think that's kind of something to sit with. You sit with that for a moment and allow it to take. I want to kind of cut back in on Silvaris. Silvaris, you just kind of got this music. You have a mission. You've where are you at right now? What do you kind of want to do with it?
Like, I know I need to get this person and start teaching them, but I think with everything that's going on with Kalen and V not being there, I want to make sure that we're in a good place to bring him into, because to start teaching him and everything, kind of get him on his way before I just drop him into like, oh, here, we're in the middle of trying to figure this out.
Of course, if it's something you want to like sit on and not bring, the trees are not going to name him and give him the information until, as tradition. Same way you didn't know you were a traveler because the person who was supposed to tell you was a traveler didn't tell you.
Sure.
So I will also give me an insight roll, real quick.
All right.
All right. On a 10, you start to think of like the connections that this makes with your own self, like the ramifications, like this boy is about to take on this role of a traveler that you don't even quite understand yourself. To be fair, you don't know what your mission as a traveler was supposed to be. You don't know that.
Right.
So now you got to teach another dude to be a traveler. There is ramifications to that. You at least know his mission, and therefore might be able to like teach him and help him. But something to think. As you do that, you see Kalen, his father, his mother, and they all go, all right. He has, and apparently like 3 or 4 people go up, which is his honor guard, which is the people that protect him on his adventures and him being a researcher. His honor guard stands up and goes, "You're all on break now. I want bottles. I want weed. I want puffweed. I want all of the things right here. I want to relax." He puts up, and then a maiden of like notable worth. She looks like she's a maid. Literally, pulls in a bed for him to sleep in, and his wife literally just lays there with him, feeding him grapes. He's like, "All right, party!" And everybody starts freaking out. He's like, "All the beer's on me. You drink. Go ahead." All right. He's spending absolute insane amounts of money. And he goes, "Look, boy, Caleb, real quick. Your uncle told me that he has something fun for us that we could share, maybe a drink or two. I know it's in the cellar. Why don't you and your friend, go into the cellar and get that bottle of something or other. I know he said it's in the back. He keeps it in a very special place in the back of his wine cellar. So go get that for me, boy. All right?
Yeah. Well, I'll go with Sylvaris to go get, if Sylvaris comes with me to go get it.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, good. Love you, boy. He stands up briefly, kisses you right on the lips, and then goes and lays down. It's like, I love my son! And as you do that, I'm going to, because we're going to end the night here, but I want to show you and end it right with this. As you walk into a tiny little, it's not, I wouldn't call it tiny, but you walk into a room that is full of trees and things of that nature. You should all be able to see it now, I'm sure.
Yeah.
On your, and I'll pull that up now for you all on the stream as well. You are in a room with loads of like greenery and tree trunks going in. As you first walk in, there's a small table with 2 vials of potions. The first one says, and I'm going to close it up here just so you can see it, but I'm also going to do a picture. There is a blue and a red one. The red potion says, ow, my head. A little tag with a dropper on the top. The inside's bubbling with red liquid.
Mm.
And then beside that one, a blue liquid with an ornamental top on it that just says, just a drop. I will also, and as you kind of look around, you see a wall, a tree, and no way to get to the hall that is the far end of the room. But with that, this little mystery ready to kind of unfold, we will end our session here.
Nice.
But, so for everybody else who's watching now or next time, are they going to get the alcohol? Are they going to be able to find out what's going on with this mystery room with loads of flowers and trees in a cellar? Is Kalen gonna understand his missing memory, and is Sylvaris gonna take up the right of the new traveler's companion? I'll have to find out that next time on We Are Not Wizards.